You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. First things first, share this live. You're not doing nothing. Go get your popcorn, go get your chips, whatever you need, get your beverage, and sit back. It's gonna be a good one. As you can see, I got the family here. I got the VP in the building, VP Shane. What's going on, bro?
Same old, man.
And we got the general in the building, Boxing First Vlog. What's going on, bro?
Oh man, ready to do this live and talk this boxing talk. Let's make it happen.
All right. So before we get started, we streaming on YouTube. We're also streaming on Facebook as well. So all the Facebook folks, big shout out to y'all. And starting next show, we're gonna be streaming on Twitch as well. So we branching out different places. Off top, if I had some horns, I'd play them. But we just hit 7,000 on the channel. You know what I'm saying? So both of these guys was around when I had under 100. You know what I'm saying? So that's a major accomplishment for the channel. And before we get started, before I had Shane introduce the topics, if you're not subscribed to Boxing First Vlogs channel, definitely do so. The link is right here at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to be flashing this throughout the show. Definitely go subscribe to him. Great content. If you subscribe to me, you got to subscribe to him. That's just how it goes. And VP Shane is on Instagram. I'm still trying to talk him into starting to, do some videos. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll talk about that.
Maybe
but
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. But my bro is on Instagram at I_M Shane. I'll be flashing that throughout the show as well. But without further ado, Shane, let's kick off the topics, bro. Tell them the topics and then get it started.
Yeah, so the first one's obviously not obvious, but I feel like it's best to start with the most entertaining fight of the weekend, at least, which is the Big Bang Zhang versus Jerry Forrest. I thought that was the most entertaining. And that fight was definitely entertaining. I was saying this week. I've never seen a fight where a fighter gets knocked down 3 times in 3 consecutive rounds and still wins the fight in my eyes. I've never seen that.
Sure, because they're small.
Yeah. Give them the rest of the topics before we get on Zhang, bro.
Oh, the next one is the Canelo and Yildirim. Obviously, Canelo made easy work of the Yildirim fight. He's moving on to Saunders. Then you had Dirrell and Dirrell's fight, which I know this one's gonna be a bit short because I don't really feel like anybody's gonna say anything controversial. I hope not anyway. I hope not. I hope we keep it quite simple. I mean, a lot of people are saying it's the end for Dirrell, so we will see. And then lastly is, I think, what was the last fight?
Joseph Parker.
Joseph Parker and Joseph Parker, yeah. That's it. That's an easy fight to remember for the masses, but a hard fight to forget for me and Jeff and Blunt, because that fight done us a lot of favors. Whilst it didn't do us favors in terms of entertainment, but it still done us favors on the back end. So.
Right, definitely. We're gonna get it started. On that one too. Yes, sir. So we're gonna get it started, man. Big Bang Zhang, Jerry Forrest. For the people that don't know, that fight ended up in a draw. Zhang got a knockdown in the first 3 rounds of the fight, and the fight still ended up with a draw. Before I kick it off to you guys, first of all, Big Bang Zhang is in the hospital. So he had some complications after the fight. He's still in the hospital now. So thoughts and prayers go out to him, family, loved ones, and all of that. Big shout out to Jerry Forrest, too, because he could have easily laid down. And he came back and really dominated after the 3rd round. So big shout out to him as well. We need to see more heart like that, in the sport of boxing. But Boxing First Vlog, since Big Bang Zhang is your guy, I'm going to give you the floor first. Talk to me.
To be honest, bro, when you're, I guess what you call it, I don't want to call him a circus act, but when you're kind of like a gimmicky style fighter, he's not professional. He wasn't kind of raised in the game. He's an older dude. So just his size makes him almost like a gimmick in boxing, but he's sweet. Southpaw, I think he needed a fight like that, bro. It didn't go his way as far as the damage he took. Obviously, with him being in the hospital, just not good look. But just that sort of hard-earned contest, he needed it. I thought they should have stopped the fight after the third round, personally, myself. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think you should have even let Forrest go to take that damage he ended up giving to Zhang. You see what I mean? Because we don't know his after effects. He acting like he was all right, but you get slapped around like that, bro, you're going to feel it in your future. You see what I'm saying? So I thought his corner should have looked at stopping it, but big salute to him for doing what it do. It wasn't clean on either side as far as being pretty, but it was a back alley ball because Zhang didn't fold over either. He did a lot of things, leaning on the guy, a lot of that OG sort of stuff you do trying to hang around, but he didn't fold, like just quit because his adrenaline and his tank was empty. So big salute to both of them for just making it though, the distance. You feel me? But I thought it could have been stopped if you want to be technical on the Zhang side, supporting Zhang. But on the flip side, Jerry Forrest pulled it out. Could have even pulled out a 1-point victory if you really want to do the numbers on the fight and do it with a fine-tooth comb. You feel me? So draw still good for his career. You will see him again, but I take a little bit of time off, definitely get do a brain scan, things like that, what we do in boxing, just to make sure Forrest is okay. You feel me?
Okay. Shane, you want to respond to that, bro?
I mean, I understand why Blunt says that it should have got stopped in the third round, but at the same time, obviously hindsight's 2020. Let's say Jerry Forrest went on to have a brain injury. People be looking at the referee as he made a mistake, but he actually went on to dominate. So as a referee, you're always looking for a response. And to every knockdown, Jerry Forrest responded very well. You know, he done the smart thing of going to the corner, standing up straight away, going to the corner and getting his legs back. You know, and then when he went, he showed the referee that he was responsive. And then when the referee let the fight go on, he started to throw. He didn't let Zhang tee off on him. So he done everything that a referee looks for when you're continuing a fight. And there was no free knockdown rule in the fight as well. So I guess the referee done what was within the rules to keep him in it. But personally, looking back at the fight, I'm glad it didn't get stopped because I thought Jerry Forrest, in my opinion, he won that fight. He won that fight because Zhang, I feel like he should have got more points deducted. And two, the 10 and 11, Zhang wasn't even throwing much. You know, and then 11, I don't think he threw anything. He was getting pummeled in that 11th round. You know, personally, I thought Jerry Forrest was good in the back end of the fight. I've seen Jerry Forrest fight before, and he's always got heart. He's always showed heart. He's always showed the willingness to trade. I saw that Zhang was a bit slow and cumbersome and quite, what's the word, sloppy. And I feel like that's something that can get exploited. But overall, I was impressed with Jerry Forrest and his powers of recovery, and even I was impressed with Zhang's one punch power though. I was impressed with that because he done well with the singles. The singles did definitely have an effect, but overall, I thought he lost that fight.
Hey Shane, as far as the last round, what was let the people know what you told me earlier about the last round with Jerry Forrest.
So when it comes down to a fight, there's a big misconception that a 10-8 round has to happen when you get knocked down. That doesn't always have to be the case. There's times where fighters don't get knocked down, but because of how much punishment they took and the lack of punches they've landed, they're still a 10-8 round. I'll give you a very famous example, which was Ortiz versus Wilder. A lot of people gave that. No, the judges gave Ortiz a 10-8 round when he hurt Wilder, even though he didn't drop him. And to me, that was exactly the same thing in that 11th round. In that 11th round, Jerry Forrest was giving Zhang the work. He was giving him the business, landing punches after punches. He was and all Zhang was doing was holding. And if you don't deduct a point for his holding, just me personally, that should have been a 10-8 round in itself, because all he was doing was surviving. I thought he got pummeled in that last round, and I thought that last round should have been 10-8 as well. And I scored that last round 10-8.
Let me add this to the round scoring aspect, because I got another round for us, round 12 in a Wilder Fury fight. Me personally scoring that round, honestly, I gave it a 10-9 because of what Fury was able to do after he got up. You see what I mean? Because he actually hurt Wilder in that last 15 seconds. If you take a real good look at that fight, Wilder was rocked in that last 15 seconds. So that's the type of round I believe he's relating to when we look at these rounds where it's almost lopsided, but still you get things that happen to make it closer. So I just that was just an add on to his round scoring and how we do it, or how particular people look at it. I looked at that Wilder Fury 12th round as a 10-9.
The problem with that one again is this 10-point must system, because again in the Wilder Fury second fight, when Fury drops him, Fury still gets a point deducted in that same round. So naturally, that fight should be a 9-8 round. But because of the 10-point must system, is 10-9. So the rounds are quite... you can't give one person 9 and one person 8. And me personally, I'm a person, I don't even like to give 10-10 rounds. So because of that, I just personally think you don't have to get knocked down to get a 10-8 round. And I thought that was a 10-8 round in my opinion.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that for 100%. Most definitely.
Jeff,
you got the hosting at the house.
Yeah.
Crazy. But as far as that situation is concerned, I don't like, Shane, as far as your point is concerned, I really don't like giving out 10-8 rounds without a knockdown for this reason. Once you start doing it, it's really subjective. It's really subjective. Like, you're kind of opening Pandora's box almost. So anybody that, 3-minute round, somebody going a minute and a half run, you give them a 10-8. Like, you really like.
But it was a full 3 minutes though.
It was a full 3 minutes, but we can go back in history, and there's been rounds where guys got pummeled, and there's some ass whoopings where I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna get at no 10-8. And there's other ones where I'm just like, yeah, that might have been 10-8.
Let me ask you a question. The reason why I say that, let me ask you a question, Jeff. I'm glad Blunt brought up that point earlier. Who received more damage or was more effective? Was Jerry Forrest more effective against Zhang in the 12th round, or was Wilder more effective than Fury in the 12th round? Who was more effective?
Well, Forrest was more effective.
Okay, so then if he's more effective and you judge rounds on who's the more effective fighter and landing punches, why is Wilder versus Fury a 10-8 and Jerry Forrest and Zhang not a 10-8?
Because a knockdown is the peak.
But there's times where fighters don't get knocked down and they're kept up by the ropes and they still get a standing count.
But it still counts as a knockdown, though.
It still counts as a knockdown, but it's just showing you that there's leeway when it comes to the actual knockdown. You can get like, look at the Porter and Spence fight. Porter's hand literally brushes the canvas. That's a 10-8 round, even though the round was as competitive as any round. And to me, I'm just thinking, when you look at it using common sense, yes, I understand the importance of a knockdown. But if a man is getting absolutely pummeled and he's not throwing anything back, you can stop a fight with a fighter not getting knocked down. So why can't you give a 10-8 round with a fighter not getting knocked down? That doesn't make sense to me.
I'm not saying that you can't. What I'm saying is it's impossible to have guidelines for that. Like, you have to literally say, how much of an ass whooping can a guy take for you to score a 10-8 round? When there's a knockdown, there's no debate. Like, it's 10-8 unless something crazy happens. So I'll go with
let me ask you this, Jeff. Let me ask you this. G5, let me ask you this. In that Fury 12th round, the first Fury Wilder fight, based on what we saw do in the last 25 seconds, can a judge, a well-paid judge, a well-known judge, really see himself to give up a 10-9 round, even though we know the rules say a knockdown is 10-8? Like, do you think that's something legal, or is it depending on what, you know what I mean, what commission? It won't happen. We won't ever see nothing like that.
It won't happen. It won't happen.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. Because despite Tyson Fury winning the rest of the round, everything he did in that round after he got up doesn't equal to that one moment. It don't equal to that shot.
It's just too big of a fight to do such a controversial move.
Especially with it being in the 12th round. Especially with it being, and it's a heavyweight championship fight. And they technically could, but
and the 10, and remember that 10-8 is what gave Wilder the draw. If he goes 10-9, that's what turned the fight into a draw. So personally, I'm just saying I would like to see a judge show a bit more courage, because one of the judges gave Jerry Forrest the fight. So me personally, if I'm watching that fight and I saw that Jerry Forrest was absolutely pummeling him, and if the ref stopped the fight
right
in the 12th round, you couldn't even begrudge the referee, because look what ended up happening to Zhang after. He ended up going to the hospital. So you couldn't begrudge the referee for stopping that fight, could you? So again, I just feel like that was a 10-8 round. And I said it when I watched it. I watched the fight live and I said it. I think that's a 10-8 round. I'll be honest.
And the thing is, I'm not saying that a round like that doesn't deserve a 10-8. But for me, I'm like, until we
don't feel comfortable doing it. I understand.
I don't feel comfortable doing it, because there's so many fights where I can say, yeah, that's a 10-8. Like basically any top prospect that has a showcase fight, damn near all their rounds could be 10-8. You know what I'm saying?
Why is Wilder versus Ortiz a 10-8? When Wilder was fighting Ortiz and Ortiz done what he done to Wilder, they gave Ortiz a 10-8 round in that fight.
Before I get to that, I'm back on my bullshit again. The comment section is flooded. Jay Banks, what is going on? Jay Banks said, "What's up?" Chris G is in the building. Big shout out to Chris G. Zhang did not look good after the fight, to be honest. Chris, he had to go to the hospital, so he definitely didn't look good. Jose Vasquez, he said, "What's up, Jose? What's going on, bro?"
He's watching on Facebook. He's watching on
Facebook. Big shout out to him.
He's new.
Yeah, Jose is new. So Jose, definitely subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe to my bro, BoxingFirst Vlog as well. We got my boy Mill in the building, giving his traditional shout out to Shane. Big shout out to YSM Sports Media. If you're not subscribed to YSM, man, definitely go do that. He's one of the best out there. Jay Banks, he said, y'all don't talk over each other. Absolutely. We try not to. Chris G, I'm pretty sure judges have given 10-8s without there being
I was saying that.
Yeah, and listen, like, I know they have. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Block.
I agree with that's something that's possible, and we've seen it before. We probably just may not see it as much as we think as, insiders and pundits, but I think it's something we've definitely seen before.
Yeah, we saw it in the Wilder Ortiz fight, so it's something that's happened before.
I want to get to that. The Wilder Ortiz fight. Does that round deserve a 10-8? To be honest with you, I've seen worse ass whoopings in a round than Ortiz and Wilder. Like,
let me just put this out there, bro. If you're inactive and you're allowing yourself to catch an ass whooping, it's almost like you're asking for a 10-8 round. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a fight that, like, this person can't beat you, but you're not doing anything. So why should we give you points?
I get Jeff's point, because you could have given Fury a 10-8 round in the 6th round against Wilder
in
the second fight. You see my point? I know what you mean, because there's certain fights where you look at and in fact, I agree with Jeff. On live, I'm gonna change my mind. Even though I still feel like the Jerry Forrest was a 10-8 round, I'll keep it real. I still think it, but I won't feel comfortable doing it, because it is something that you end up seeing a trend too often in boxing. And there's a fine line between what's a 10-8 and what's not a 10-8. And the only reason why I said the Jerry Forrest, and sorry to cut you off, Jeff, the only reason why I think the Jerry Forrest and Zhang fight was a 10-8 was only because, in my opinion, if the ref jumped in and stopped the fight, nobody could complain. Because remember, the whole point of a referee stopping a fight is if that fighter can't defend himself and they're in harm. The difference with Wilder was, whilst he was getting hit, he was still doing a good job defending himself. Zhang, you could clearly see from the last round before, all he was doing was holding. And he was probably 2 holds away from getting disqualified. So that's my point. That's the only reason why I would say that's a 10-8 round, because he wasn't defending himself.
And the ugly part about it, he wasn't even doing the traditional hold, doing the lean and hold. So you got the taller guy up on you with his shoulder on top of the back of your neck. So he was doing like an untraditional holding, which made it look extra bad. So the ref waiting all the way to around 11 for the point. I mean, a little late in the game, but he did what he was supposed to do. So that was a round that I would think that could have been a 10-8 round for the boy Forrest, because of the damage he did plus the point. So I'm not sure that anybody remember a scorecard from a judge, and see if that was a 10-8 round for Forrest.
No, the one where he got deducted a point, that was a 10-8 round. But the round after, the reason why I'm saying that's so important for me is because when you deducted a point, you're now taking his main way of defending himself away. All he was doing to defend himself was holding. You've now reprimanded him for doing that. So now you've taken away his main way of defending himself. He has no other way to defend himself. You can stop that fight. So if you don't stop the fight, the least thing you can do is give him a 10-8 round. That's my point. The difference with the Wilder Ortiz fight is...
Let me add this. Let me just add this. I think the ref was being balanced in that situation, because he knows he was the guy earlier that could have made the call to say, this is over. 3 straight knockdowns, 3 straight rounds. And then at that point, obviously the tide had turned, and the ref saw what was going on with Zhang being tired. Plus the damage, but plus his size and not being in those deep waters consistently, that he was wore out. You know what I mean? So I think the ref just gave him that opportunity to make it on his own. So I thought it was a fair call, though, not to stop it.
It wasn't the refs. I agree. I feel like it wasn't the ref shouldn't have stopped it, but I feel like the ref's not scoring a fight. I don't think it was one of the fights where the refs, because it was actually 3 judges. So because of that, personally, not scoring, but. No, I'm just gonna say, I feel like me and Blunt are out of sync, but I feel like the judges could have given it a 10-8. Sorry, the judges should have given a 10-8.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's subjective, but I think us having this conversation period about whether that's a 10-8 round, it just goes to what I was saying. Like, it's just too subjective, and it's like so basically, for example, let's say you give Jerry Forrest a 10-8 round, but Zhang don't get the point deducted. If the 10-8 round causes the draw, you see what I'm saying? So now it's controversy.
The point deducted, the point deduction had to happen anyway, because that was a round before.
Right. No, I was saying, for example, I said if Zhang didn't get a point taken away, but at the same time, Jerry Forrest got a 10-8 in the last round, they scored it a 10-8, all 3 judges, it still would have ended up being a draw. So Zhang would have had a bigger argument, because he would have been like, yo, why did you score the 10-8? Because I didn't get knocked down.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So now you got the commissions involved and all that. So that can get messy, you know, at the very least. But big shout out to Jerry Forrest, man. Matter of fact, we need to reach out to him, man. I want to get him on here. I want to get him on here for sure. He did a great job at digging the body too. He did a great job at digging the body. When Zhang was throwing shots, when Zhang was leaning on him, Jerry Forrest was digging that body. That was part of the reason why he had to go to the hospital. We got a new comment in here. I see it, Shane. Hold on.
I'm reading it. I'm just thinking.
I see it. I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it. Hold on. I got it. And this somebody new too. So let me get this name correct. Ed Gay Glass Chin Bumgia. Wow. That's a name. But
I think it's Bumlunga. He's meant to say Edgar Berlanga, isn't it? But
Ed Gay Glass Chin Bum. Oh, okay. He taking a shot at Edgar Berlanga.
That's cat all day, bro. That's cat all day, bro.
Is that David on the troll account? A dummy account. He created a dummy account.
Is that David on the troll account, bro? I believe that could be David.
I don't know. He said, "Why am I ducking Benavidez?" So he wants to know why Edgar Berlanga is ducking.
But I didn't know Benavidez was calling out Edgar Berlanga anyway.
He wasn't.
Yeah,
he wasn't.
You're always gonna get those comments, aren't you?
Yeah. He also said, "I'm scared of Benavidez." That is hilarious. Listen, family, definitely subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, for sure.
We need stuff like that. That's hilarious.
That's funny. He's got another comment. That's funny.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. Yo,
man, he clowning.
Yo, man. When your actual name is something like that, is real. Like it's real for sure. But let's keep it moving, man. Canelo Alvarez, Anthony Yildirim. I'll go first. I felt like I was at a halftime at the Super Bowl event. Like it was like a concert / like celebrity party. Like it was just crazy, and it just so happened to be a fight. You know what I'm saying? And we all knew what was gonna happen.
Sorry. It looked like a fight that you see on Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield reunion or something like that. It looked like one of those fights on the undercard. At that.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I like the only thing I didn't like from you.
I thought it was a true promotion. I'm just saying, like, I mean, come on, concerts on Zhang, my dude, like, come on, my dude. That's when your card, when your main event is that bad, you have to put the additives in it. You feel what I mean?
Right.
But shout out to Trilla and them, man. I'm not mad at what they doing, but when Zhang copying you, obviously you doing something right. That's all I'm saying.
To be honest, I'll keep it real. I was just disappointed when Julio Cesar Martinez was off the card. When Jeff sent me that post that Julio Cesar Martinez was off the card, I was like, yep, I'm definitely not staying up for this card. I literally went
the card up.
It screwed the whole card
up. You seen his hand?
Yeah.
His hand was all the way jacked up. Hold on. Mr. Berlanga said I sub. Appreciate that, bro. Said Yildirim quit in the corner, or did his corner stop it? Yeah,
he quit before he came.
Yeah, he quit before he
Can I say something?
Go ahead, bro.
This fight was staged. The reason why I say it was staged, and Boxing Lowdown said this to me as well. Shout out to him. He was like, bro, as soon as the fight finished, they had the Saunders promo up straight away. So what does that tell you? Like, they didn't expect anything other than a Canelo win. Like, this is a staged fight, isn't it?
Well, that's not the first time they did that. They did that when Canelo won a fight and Triple G hopped in. They brought Triple G to the ring. So that's not the first time they've done that. Go ahead, Vlog.
Well, he wasn't a champion at the time, though. Canelo wasn't a champion at the time.
That's true. Go ahead, Vlog.
Let me just say this. I dropped a video on the channel. Everybody in the chat, y'all go check me out when we done with this live. That being said, cupcake, and we got another cupcake coming up. Let's move on.
Ho, what's the next cupcake?
Saunders. You talking about Saunders?
Saunders a cupcake?
Cupcake, baby. Come on, man.
Let's
be real, bro. Cupcake, my guy.
Wait.
He's a cupcake.
I have to ask you a question. Is it nasal spray Saunders or is it no nasal spray Saunders? Because that's important. That's important.
I'm gonna say this. I mean, from what we know in his last 2 fights, no issue. So let's say that we get that same version of Saunders. But again, we talking abilities, my guy. He does not have the ability to make this fight go past 6 rounds.
Hold on. I definitely hold on. Let me go first. Hold on. About my guy information down the bottom. I'm gonna leave this up while I disagree with him. Billy Joe Saunders, first of all, nasal spray or minus nasal spray, he is extremely technical. He's skilled. So, and he has those types of skills. You can't look like that. You can't, bro. You can't.
If you see this guy,
Billy Joe Saunders don't have skills.
I listen, bro. I'm not frowning at what you're saying. I'm just frowning at levels of skills.
Brother.
You said skills. Okay, bro. Let me finish. Let me defend my look. My look was you said skills. I just thought level of skills. Saunders skills, Canelo skills are like 5 to 10. So you got Canelo at 10, you got Saunders at 5 to 6.
I'd have to disagree.
Okay.
Because let me tell you why, yeah. If we're looking at a pie and boxing or in terms of skills is one pie, he has a massive advantage. That's 50% of the pie when it comes to boxing skills, and that's footwork. Canelo don't have good feet. Saunders has great feet. That's the difference. That's the difference. Saunders is, and I think Canelo's.
So basically,
I think. Wait, 1 second.
So basically,
1 second. I think Canelo's gonna beat him, but Saunders' feet is fantastic. His feet, there's no buts about that. His feet is fantastic, and Canelo's feet are good.
You said cupcake. That's the thing. You said cupcake. That's a very definitive word.
Everyone Canelo's fought recently, Saunders has the best footwork. I'm talking about even Golovkin.
Okay, bro. All right, bro. I'm not denying anything you guys are saying about Saunders. I'm not here to just promote Saunders and promote Canelo. That's not what we do over here at BoxingFirst Vlog. That's just not what we do on these channels. What we do is call it how we see it. And I just don't believe Saunders has the power to keep Canelo off of him. So you say he has good footwork, so we're gonna see 12 rounds worth of foot movement. What's gonna happen with the whiskers when the whiskers get caught up too?
I agree with that.
His head movement defense is not the greatest, bro. So at some point, Canelo's going to catch you, and I just think it won't go past 6. That's just my personal opinion. If I had to lay money on it, I probably won't on it.
Jeff, why do you keep having to call it out, bro? Go on.
Wait. Okay, what leads you to believe that Billy Joe Saunders is going to get stopped in 6?
Wait. Can I ask Blunt a question? What fights have you seen of Saunders? That's an important question.
I've seen I've seen about 3 fights off top. Whatever the last guy he looked at Rusty in, and that was the last Matchroom card where they was talking about the first version of Canelo.
Martin Murray.
Yeah,
you talked after that fight.
And obviously you talking about an old version of Martin Murray too. I mean, you talking about Martin Murray was like 55 in that fight. So it took you a minute to even grind him down. It wasn't spectacular, but it was a sellable fight because they needed to get you doing something to get you back in the Canelo.
Did you watch the Lemieux fight?
Sweepstakes, so to speak.
Blunt, did you watch the Lemieux fight? David Lemieux versus Saunders.
When I saw that fight, I just thought both of the guys, well, Lemieux being older at the time, Saunders looked it okay. I mean, bro, I don't see what y'all seeing now.
You feel like he didn't have head movement in that fight. You felt like he didn't have
head movement against somebody that's not in his prime, so it's kind of easy to slip an older David Lemieux than a 5 years
did you
ago
watch
David
him versus
Lemieux.
Eubank? Did you watch him versus Eubank? Him versus Eubank Jr.
I didn't like that. I didn't like Eubank's style in that fight. I didn't think he was aggressive. So he just basically gave that fight away to Billy Joe Saunders because he wasn't aggressive. It was like he knew he was B-side and he didn't want to go after the A side. You see what I'm saying?
No, I'm a go. The reason why I asked you those questions just to firstly, Eubank's never been a B-side in a fight before, but just to say, Billy Joe Saunders. And I thought, and I'll have to repeat, I think Canelo's going to win the fight. And I agree with your point.
Me too.
I agree with your point about Billy Joe Saunders not having the power. But his head movement and his foot movement is good. And I won't even take that away from him. I see Bum Gear in the
I got you. Hold on a second. Let me get in here real quick.
I agree. I will get to that. But just my last point on Blunt's comment, I just feel like defensively, he's good enough. Offensively, he's not good enough to win a fight. I don't see him getting stopped because defensively, he's much better than Callum Smith and much better than even someone like Jacobs, who went 12 rounds. And I feel like
let me get in these comments. Let me get in these comments real quick because I'm not done with that yet. Hold on. He laughing at us. He said, "Nah, Yildirim was never on that level. They been had Billy Joe Saunders set up for May. Yeah, I mean they had the contract signed and everything. Said it's weird that Yildirim was mandatory for the WBC since 2019. Anything involving the WBC, I question. Billy Joe steroids, that's funny. I like that. My bro, Blaze Philly 215. What's up, my bro? That's the family right there. He said, I got a lot to say about the fight last night. I wish I could get on, but I'm working. Bro, I'll shoot you a link anyway, just in case you can, skip away for a couple minutes. He said, I wonder if Billy Joe steroids chin will hold up to a clean power punch. I'm gonna get to that in a second. He said also Billy Joe steroids stamina is inconsistent.
We're gonna get to that in a second.
I'm gonna get to that in a second. Stay ready, boxing, my guy. What's going on? The $1.99 chat. Appreciate you. Stay ready. What's going on, baby? He said, Billy ain't no punk, is all I'm saying. No, he's not. He's not at all. Let me keep it going. I got a couple more. He said, I don't even like Billy Joe. Did you watch the Willie Monroe fight?
It's another fight. That's another good fight.
That's another fight, yeah. He said, I'm not going to lie. I think Billy has a slight chance, but only slight.
Yeah, we're going to get to that point.
I'm going to get into that, too.
Get to that point.
And he said, why do we give Canelo so much credit when he not really fighting anybody? Honestly, not saying he not good, but I want to see him fight real competition. Shane, you want to go address all that first?
Again, I do agree with the cherry picking.
Before Shane addresses anything. Hold on. Before he addresses that, do me a favor, stay ready. I dropped a couple names in my last video, man. Go check them out. You tell me what you think of them names for your guy Canelo to put on the resume. Because again, we talking 2 cupcakes in a row, so I'm kind of leaning your way based on your comment. But I brought up a couple names, and I just want to see what the folks think about it. And it was one of the guys he mentioned earlier in the fight. Bro,
you keep on saying Billy Joe and Cupcake. That's where the problem's at. You keep on saying Billy Joe and Cupcake. That's the problem.
I'm feeling that way for this matchup, bro. I'm feeling that way for this matchup.
Billy Joe's not a cupcake. That watch me and Vlog about to argue. Billy Joe beats Caleb Plant right now.
In my eyes,
Billy Joe with the nasal spray beats Caleb Plant right now. Right now.
I wouldn't deny that because no, I'm not even going to say he can't because we both. First of all, and why I'm gonna say that because Caleb Plant has proven to be fragile, and that's my guy. But when you fragile hands, it's hard to hurt somebody, and you breaking your own fist. You can't. You see what I mean? That takes you down the scale on my list of potential and outcome of fights. So I give y'all that with the Billy Joe Saunders Caleb Plant matchup right now.
So if he can beat, hold on a second, Shane. So if there's a chance he can beat Caleb Plant, how is he a cupcake? That's my point. How is he a cupcake?
Because Caleb Plant has turned himself into a cupcake. What are you talking about, my dude?
Okay,
so
you're
telling me in the last couple Caleb Plant fights,
the definition of a cupcake.
What's the definition of a cupcake?
Is an easy fight for whatever opponent. That's my definition of a cupcake. If you're an opponent for somebody and you're an easy fight, that's a cupcake.
Let me tell you why I asked that question. The reason why I say that is because the reason why I have to disagree is because when I look at Billy Joe Saunders, and I have to say this because Billy Joe Saunders technically is as good as Eris Landy Lara and Austin Trout. And they weren't easy fights for me. They weren't easy fights. So for me to call Saunders a cupcake, even though I think Canelo's gonna win, it's a bit presumptuous because
stop right there. Because you stop right there. Stop. Let me say this. That was the Canelo then that fought the boy Trout and the boy and the other guy you
can I ask you a question?
Canelo now with Dust Trout.
Can I ask you a question, bro? He still has the same flaws. He still has slow feet. He still has the same flaws. So it doesn't make a difference. It's then and now. He still has the same flaws. He had slow feet in the Kovalev fight, and Kovalev was at 60.
Wait a second. Wait. Vlog, is Caleb Plant not your guy?
At this point in time, my dude, he's been lowered on the tier, and that was after the fight. Him with the built-in excuse of my hand messed up. I brought him down, bro. I brought him down. I'm not sure he's the guy for the payday against Canelo. Not what PBC is concerned.
I'm trying to understand. I just want to make sure I'm understanding. So the fact that Caleb Plant has, I guess, quote unquote, hand issues, that's the reason why he's down on your list.
Yes, bro. Because you're telling me you can't do the damage that.
Bro, arguably the best of all time had one of the most brittle hands of all time, and that's Floyd.
Stay ready said, can you get a link? Stay ready a link. Then stay ready a link.
Yo, bro, but you not understanding what I'm saying about when I mean Caleb Plant. Floyd, when he had brittle hands, it didn't stop him from building himself, making him the money made we know him to be. When you have issues like this with Caleb Plant, and then first of all, you're not that guy. You see what I mean? You're not that guy because you coming to the table with issues like this. The fans wanted to see a KO in that last fight. I agree with the fans by not seeing that KO. I don't think he should just be sitting back thinking that the bag on the Canelo fight is just going to walk through the door like that. And if it does, it's going to walk through the door and Canelo going to walk out the other side spinning it after you wake the fuck up because he going to get knocked the fuck out too. If he can't keep Canelo off of him with some power, bro, everybody that's fighting this guy's getting knocked the fuck out.
Okay,
168 is probably the weakest division in boxing right now.
Blunt, I'm going to say this, yeah? And I'm going to tell you why I think Canelo would win. And this is probably the real reason why I have to disagree with you. Because personally, I think Canelo beats Saunders. Because as you said, firstly, he doesn't have the power. Neither does he have the stamina. That's why I said the nasal spray is important. Because he showed good stamina in the Lemieux fight and the William Monroe fight.
Right.
But he doesn't have the power to keep Canelo off him. And he's not offensively good enough. But when you're saying the power, if you don't have power, you're not gonna get stopped by Canelo. I have to disagree with that because Callum Smith didn't get stopped by Canelo, and Callum Smith wasn't landing anything. And to make it even worse, Callum Smith is not good defensively. Callum Smith fought and Billy Joe Saunders have a common opponent. They both fought John Ryder, and if you watch what Billy Joe Saunders done to John Ryder, who fights similar to Canelo in terms of a pressure fighter, and you watch what Callum Smith done to him, is day and night, bro. The footwork and the head work is dope. It's dope. I can't even argue, bro. It's dope. And that will be a big factor in why he don't get stopped. Not why he's going to win, but why he won't get stopped. When you start seeing how good his feet is in the first 6 rounds in comparison to Canelo, you're going to be like, wow, this guy's dope. because Canelo's feet isn't that good. I'm telling you that now, bro. Canelo's feet ain't that good. I watched him against an aging Kovalev, and he was struggling to close the distance in the first 7 rounds. Struggling.
Hold on. Let me get in these comments real quick. And I gotta send my bro a link. Gator57. What's going on, Gator57? Gator57 is new. Big shout out to you, bro. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to BoxingFirst Vlog as well. He said, if you were Kyron Davis, would you stay at 160 or go back down to 154? Let me get at that real quick. I think for Kyron, I think the most action is at 154. But if you look at Kyron's build, he needs to be at 160. He has a lot of body mass. So for him to get down to 154, especially now since he took a fight at 168, that's going to be kind of sketchy for him. So I think 160 for Kyron is okay. And I thought he did well in the Dirrell fight, but we're gonna get to that later on. Let me keep the comments moving. Stay ready. Only name I want to see is David Benavidez, Jamal Charlo, Boo Boo, and if he won a real scrap fight with Serbia, and Billy might beat him while he's cherry picking.
I even put Bivol in that. You
gotta throw Bivol in there too. Let me get through the rest of these, y'all. Gator57, Billy Joe Saunders is good, but goddamn, he's so boring to watch. Stay ready. Caleb Plant ain't no damn cupcake. I told him he ain't no cupcake. Hold on. Can I get a link? You sure can, bro. I'm gonna send it to you in a moment. Gator57, Caleb Plant, not a knockout guy. He stays outside and outboxes his opponents. He also said of Canelo defense against Daniel Jacobs. Oh my God.
That's all head movement. No foot movement. There's no foot movement in that.
He was staying in place, and that was all head movement. Let me get this out the way. Let me Vlog. I got a question for you, bro. When you're talking about Plant and you're talking about Saunders, and you use the word cupcake, is it just because they're future opponents for Canelo, or do you think they're cupcakes, period?
Bro, I think Billy Joe Saunders is a cupcake. I think Caleb Plant is a very excellent boxer, but when you're talking elite fighters, you gotta be able to have some sting to your punches, bro. You got the Uzkazaki knockdowns because of angles and things like that. It wasn't pure power. So when you want to try to become undisputed and things like that, you got to keep a hog like Canelo at bay, sort of like Triple G was able to do, and kind of go toe-to-toe and bang. And you know what I mean? And really make the fight worth the judges saying, God damn, did he really pull his round off? So I think when you make it easy for them to judge, it's going to be an easy fight for this guy, man. The 168 right now is probably the weakest division in boxing.
I agree with that.
And it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy cake work for the homie. And again, all the folks in the building, even my crew, tap in, bro, because I really think David Morrell is that guy. Right now, this looks like some sort of guy to be a factor against Canelo.
I have to disagree with that.
I like David Morrell, but he ain't nowhere near ready. I like David Morrell though. But
you saying skill wise he's not ready?
Not close.
Skill wise, we talking.
Let me tell you why. Can I tell you why I don't feel like he's ready?
Go ahead.
Because when you're in the ring with a pressure fighter like Canelo, he asks questions of yourself, and at some point in the fight, you ask yourself, do you want it or not? And he's never passed that gut test. I saw Jacobs not pass the gut test, and Jacobs was supposed to be an elite fighter, and he didn't pass the gut test. So you're gonna have to prove to me that you can pass the gut test, in my opinion, when you're fighting Canelo.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think Canelo's gonna beat Billy Joe. But you got to, throughout Canelo's career, you have to look at the guys that's giving him trouble.
That's my point, bro. That's my point, bro.
Laura,
And it's
and
boxers.
I'm talking style,
Boxers.
right? But
Boxers.
Billy Joe was the boxer of boxers, though. Technically,
But he can't punch.
bro, Austin Trout can't punch. Austin
You
Trout
crazy
can't
as hell.
punch.
Austin Trout got a little sting. He got a little sting, bro. That's disrespectful.
Oh.
That's disrespectful. Austin Trout got a little sting. He got a little sting.
Vlog, you a
He got a
goddamn
little
lie.
sting now. Come on now.
Hold up. Hold on. I gotta get Stay Ready up in here for that one. I done had enough of you, man. I'm
He got
sending
a
it
little sting, bro. Come on now.
Bro,
I
agree with the fact that Canelo, that Saunders doesn't have a lot of power. But my point is, it's not whether he has power or not, because you're saying he doesn't have power, but Callum Smith didn't land punches, so he didn't get knocked out. So if he didn't get knocked out, why is Saunders gonna get knocked out? I don't get that. I can
answer that question. I can answer that question because Saunders will engage. That's the difference.
Callum Smith is going to engage more than Callum Smith is naturally more of an engaging fighter than
you saw that fight, bro. Man,
Callum Smith was like this the whole goddamn fight. I've seen both of them.
How can you box from this position, bro? He's famous for that elbow defense, and that's all you saw that whole fight. Him laying up on the ropes, catching punches like that.
What fight have you ever seen Saunders engage? His whole entire career is about movement. He's never been an engaging fighter. So that's what I'm saying.
I'm about to tell you why, bro. He knows he can't win a boxing match. So he's going to have to engage.
When has he ever lost a boxing match? When has Saunders ever lost a boxing match? He can't win a
boxing match against a bigger name fighter. There's no way in the world you're going to be Billy Joe Saunders on the outside for 12 fucking rounds and they're going to be like, oh, next champ, undisputed. They're not going to do that, bro. You're going to have to go in there, draw a line in the sand at some point.
Fury done that in Germany against Klitschko.
Hold on.
So why won't that happen?
Hold on. I gotta give my bro a proper introduction, man. My Texas family, you know what I'm saying? One of the best on YouTube to do it. Stay Ready Boxing. What's going on, my bro?
What's good, my brother? Salute, man.
Hey, bro, let's get it. I'm not even gonna hold back. Go ahead, bro.
Man, I sat back and listened for too goddamn long. Let me start by saying, bro, you do not have to have Pop to be the best fighter. Sugar Ray Leonard didn't have Pop like that. He only had Pop when somebody pissed him off. Other than that, he tried to outbox you always. Mayweather had Pop, but he stopped because he only cared about outboxing you. Caleb Plant actually do got some power. You better go actually look at his fights, but he's not trying to knock you out. He's trying to hit you and not get hit. Same way Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders got a little pop on him. Go watch how he beat up Willie Monroe, bro. I need you to go actually watch that fight. Watch how he beat up Willie Monroe. If you don't think he got a chance, yeah.
I'm a piggyback on your argument. Joe Smith fought Bivol and he fought Alida Alvarez. Alida Alvarez has more pop than Bivol. But Joe Smith wasn't walking through the front door against Bivol. He wasn't walking through that front door against Bivol. He wasn't trying to trade with Bivol because it's boxing skills. He respected the boxing. So, bro, I agree with you. Pop doesn't always mean everything. I keep it real.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Check this out. Hold on, going on me again.
Real quick though. I want to put this out.
My name is, man. Just tell them what you call me, man. I gotta be the one to do that, bro. We can't be all in here holding hands and hugging, bro.
I'm not holding
content.
Hold on, Stay Ready.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not being disrespectful. Stay ready. No. Don't get it twisted, bro. I know you're not.
I know you're not. You probably the one that makes the controversial comments to make thought provoking comments. But when you say things like Billy Joe Saunders, when you say things like Caleb Plant and Billy Joe are cupcakes, all that controversy means.
Stay ready.
Blunt Bayless
situation
of
the way.
Hold on, let me get this off real quick. Hold on, let me get this off.
The way. Hold on. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hold on. Get this out of the way, real quick. Stay ready.
Yeah.
I call him Blunt Bayless.
Blunt Bayless.
He
Because
needs to.
his initial name was the Blunt Truth, and we love him because he says what's on his brain. But then he reminds me of Skip Bayless because he's so controversial with his comments. Like whatever comes to his brain, he's saying it. Like Blunt Bayless, that's what we call him. But Boxing First Vlog, go ahead, bro.
Man, no, I get it, but I was just saying, like, when I mean cupcake, bro, I just meant in this run that Canelo seems to be on the unified 168. It just don't seem like it's a real hog out there to stop him. So I'm kind of being a little cappish when I say everybody cupcaking right now, bro, because I don't really see nobody outboxing him to where the judges is going to go, you know what I mean, unanimous decision sort of victory for somebody.
Hold on, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What you mean who ain't outboxing him? Who is he out that he can outbox? Let's be honest. Let's be real honest right now. Who has Canelo fought?
I mean, bro, he don't. Right now, I said it in one of Jeff's videos earlier. He just seemed to be on that matchmaking.
He ain't fighting nobody. He ain't
best of all time resume. It's like a Money Mayweather resume.
I know it ain't even Money Mayweather. At least Money Mayweather was fighting people. He was fighting people. He was fighting dangerous people. You can't tell me Marcos McDonald wasn't dangerous. You can't tell me Virgil.
Stay ready. I was gonna say this, yeah, and this is to all Canelo fans, and I say this. All I want is all Canelo fans to answer this one question, and Jeff knows the question. Why, when Canelo had 3 belts at 160, and he could undisputed against Andrade, he decided to fight Rocky Fielding? I just want someone to justify that. Why did Canelo fight Rocky Fielding instead of becoming undisputed and fighting Andrade? That's all I want to know.
Same thing, because he hasn't fought any. Bro, he waited till Triple G got old. He hasn't fought anybody respectfully of any skill in a long fucking time. And I excuse my language.
I was disappointed in Jacobs. I thought Jacobs would have been boxing a bit better than that. Would have boxed a bit better than that.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Language on this channel, bro. You say what you want. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know, but when I get to talking about Canelo, I get pissed off because
that's fine. Go ahead, bro. That's fine.
Because motherfuckers be acting like he's just the best thing smoking, and Canelo ain't shit because he won't fight nobody that'll give me confidence. You know what I'm saying? And I actually got Canelo in my top 5 pound for pound only because of his acumen with the belts and shit. If it wasn't for the belts, I wouldn't give him a goddamn thing. Fact. The only reason he got that is because of the belts. He's not fighting a motherfucking person, not a goddamn person. Like literally. And the issue I have with Canelo is he just beat the shit out of Avni Yildirim. Avni Yildirim ain't even the top. He's not even a B-level fighter. He's a C-class fighter that's getting recognition for fighting Canelo. He's a C-class fighter, bro. He lost. How the hell did you lose to Anthony Dog Dirrell and become a mandatory, and then y'all fight on the same night? That should have been Anthony Dog Dirrell. Now, granted, I think Anthony would have lost because he bleeds too goddamn much, but that should have been his fight. And I think he'd have been. I think he'd have been a dog enough to get in on Canelo shit. I honestly believe Canelo's scared of black fighters. I think he's scared of black fighters and slick fighters. The reason he's going to fight 2 slick fighters back to back is because they white. Let's be honest. It's because they white.
I'll keep it real. I just think I personally feel like he is just stay ready and blunt. Me and Jeff was on a live last week, and a guy called Laurie, he's on Boxing Lowdown. Shout out to Boxing Lowdown. He said, could you imagine the criticism Floyd would have got if Floyd said, I don't want to fight any black fighters? Remember, Canelo's come out his own mouth, said he doesn't want to fight Mexican fighters. What kind of champion says that? They don't want to fight Mexican fighters. You don't pick and choose who you fight. The best fight the best. And to me, that's not a champion. A champion doesn't say they.
Can I defend that a little bit? Can I defend that? Can I defend that statement?
But what's
let me rock. I think he said that because he didn't want to be known as your quote unquote Mexican fighter. You see what I mean? I think he wanted to be known more as a worldwide boxer. That was a marketing thing and a response. You feel what I'm saying?
It's convenient he said that when he was affiliated with people like Benavidez and Zerdo Ramirez. But when he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., that wasn't a problem. So you pick and choose. He's still picking and choosing. So I agree with Steve.
Bro, but we know Floyd and his matchmaking crew and the talents that they are did the same thing to get him to 50 and up. And in this last 10 fight run,
what about
let me finish, bro. Let me bro. Can I finish?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, thank you, sir. And in this last 10 fight run, the man has been in non-title fights. That is matchmaking wisdom at its finest. We can't knock Canelo. He's been getting it done in the ring. And inside that 10 fight run, the man jumped up and put himself in the record books by jumping up 2 divisions. Come on, my dude. Like we can knock him, picking and choosing, but you really gotta respect this 10 fight run resume. I'm just saying, from Danny Jacobs all the way out to where we at.
Hold on. Hey, let me say.
Let me get the comments.
Get these comments real quick, and then I'm gonna let you cook. Gator 57 said Canelo boxing IQ and athleticism different right now. The athleticism, I disagree with that, but Gator 5 laughing. Hold on. Main 213, what's going on, bro? What's happening? Gator 57 Styles make fights right. Look at how much the 154-pound division has been a toss-up. I agree with that. He said, "Let's go BFV." He said, "Stir it up." Hold on. He said, "Canelo always has been and always will be the most overrated and cherry-picked boxing star of the past 30 years." Hold on a second. Michael Bates. Michael Bates is on Facebook. Big shout out to Michael Bates.
Salute Bates.
If you're not subscribed, man, go subscribe to this channel. Go subscribe to BoxingFirst Vlog. Definitely subscribe to my man, Stay Ready Boxing. But stay ready. I'm gonna let you go, and then Vlog, go ahead and respond, player.
Stay ready.
Stay ready. You got it, bro.
He's got himself on mute. I don't think he knows.
He might have.
No, hold on just a second.
Okay.
All right, but look, check this out. I'm not giving Canelo credit for going up to 2 weight classes, number one. For going to 175. He literally came out of his own mouth and said the only reason he's going up there to fight Kovalev is because Andre Ward beat all the fight out of him. He knew he was winning that fight because he knew Kovalev didn't have nothing. And then when you go watch the motherfucking fight, like, this is the shit that irritates me. I don't care what nobody say. Kovalev fixed the fight. I didn't watch Kovalev fight for years. I'm talking years. I watched Kovalev knock somebody out with a jab, bro. He knocked somebody out with a jab. And then he went and fought Canelo, somebody smaller, and threw pity-pat jabs. You can't tell me that fight was fixed. I've been watching Canelo. Bro, my favorite weight classes is 160, 168, 175. I've been watching Kovalev for years. You can't tell me that was the Kovalev I've been. Even when he fought Oliva Alvarez, he wasn't throwing pity-pat jabs. But all of a sudden, he wanted to. No. All of a sudden, he wanted to adjust box a little different against Canelo. You fighting somebody 5'5". This dude might be 5'2", to be honest with you. He's shorter than you. You can keep him at bay with this jab. This dude he's the most flat. He don't got no foot movement. He's talking about he ain't got none. He got upper body movement. He's one of the most flat. Him and Ryan Garcia are 2 of the most flat-footed boxers in the game, and he couldn't keep him at bay with a jab. He could have jabbed him the whole fighting round.
The reason what I would say about that, Stay Ready, is, firstly, the reason how I know for a fact that fight was fixed, not saying the knockout was fixed, but the fight was fixed, was we were on live, Jeff. And you remember, when we were watching we were in the changing room, Kovalev literally had his feet back, his head on the lying down. Like, I remember when I saw him against Alida Alvarez, this guy was on the pads, he was so tense. This guy was lying down like he was about to sleep. So I know for a fact he just came for that money. But even with that being said, Kovalev still won so many rounds just with basic foot movement. So nobody can tell me that Canelo has good feet, because he don't. He don't. Because Kovalev did not come to win, and he still won so many rounds. I had Canelo winning up by 1 point. 1 point only.
If I didn't think Billy Joe Saunders was so crooked, I put money on Billy Joe Saunders, but Billy Joe Saunders is a crooked individual. I wouldn't blame him for throwing the fight if they gave him a little extra. And I'm just being honest. But other than that, I would pick if it's just a straight mate and I just had to bet on somebody, I'm betting on Billy Joe Saunders just from what I've seen from Billy Joe Saunders.
Bring up the nasal spray, Jeff.
Yeah, man. You know,
I'm talking without the nasal spray.
If it's Billy Joe on the nasal spray, man, the asthma extra strength, Billy Joe gonna be a problem, you know, against Canelo Alvarez. But let me get to more of these comments. Michael Bates, he said Canelo is attempting to collect as many checks as possible. Yeah, with him possibly fighting 4 times this year, it's definitely looking like it. Hold on, Mang213, stay ready is 100% correct about Kovalev Canelo fight. Cove could have smoked Canelo if he fought like he knows how to fight.
That's a fact.
My bro Will Stokes. Will Stokes is in the building. Big shout out to my bro Will Stokes. He said, nah, I'd be surprised if that fight was fixed. Canelo has the aura and style to make you not want to throw. Look at Yildirim. His only chance was exchange with Canelo, and he barely threw anything. Hold on, hey, stay ready. Hold on. Shane, you go first. Brother, can I get some of what you smoking? You over there.
I know, right? I'm at work and I want to puff on that. God damn.
Yeah.
You know, we recreational out here in AZ now, so you know I'm going to get that top shelf. You feel me?
I'm in Texas.
On mute. I was getting ready to put you on mute for a second, brother.
I'll put myself on mute. My bad. I know we on Facebook, and I don't know if you know they be tripping and shit.
I ain't worried about that. But Shane, you go first. Stay ready. You go second. Vlog, you finish it off. As far as Will's comment,
bro, I'm gonna just. There's no way you're telling me Kovalev, the same Kovalev that was so pumped for the Yard fight and for the Alida Alvarez fight, is lying down in a chair, 2 feet kicked up, head back, like he's about to sleep, ahead of the biggest fight financially in his career. That does not make any sense to me. That fight was clearly fixed. Clearly fixed. I don't care what anybody says. That fight was fixed. Fixed. 100%. I don't think the knockout was fixed, but I think the fight was fixed.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you how you know the knockout wasn't fixed, but he got knocked out because you can look at how he stuck his chin out to get hit. That's why he lost his footing. Look how he stuck his chin out to catch that punch, and then he dropped down with his chin still stuck out and popped that right. Bro, Kovalev is too tall. There's no way you can tell me somebody that tall and that has a great jab like Kovalev is gonna put himself in that kind of trouble. And he can move his footwork is way better than Canelo. And you can't tell me Canelo got that aura that makes people scared to get hit. This is a smaller fighter.
Facts.
Bro, ain't nobody smaller than me. I'm worried about your power. Nobody. I'm 6 foot 285. I lift weights and I box. It's no way you finna tell me somebody smaller than me. You can't tell me somebody smaller than me. I don't care if you're taller than me and you can be smaller than me. There's no way I'm finna be scared of your punches. I'm gonna walk through them shits.
Let's keep it even real, bro. He wasn't scared of Alida Alvarez, who already knocked him out. So why would he be scared of Canelo? Don't make sense.
That's all Alida Alvarez got is power because he can't box. He's a slugger.
Exactly.
It's no way you can tell me that ever.
Let me be Blunt Bayless, as my boy Jeff likes to call me, and defend Will's comment from this perspective. Could Kovalev have mentally been so superior to knowing this a guy jumping up 2 divisions? It's gonna be a cakewalk. I'm gonna just stay outside till I get something home. And then he got caught slipping. Could it really have been a psychological loss for Kovalev already coming into the ring based on what he showed us with the vaccine shit? We know the timing thing threw them off because the UFC at that night was doing a main event and they were trying not to lose views going at the same time as the UFC.
All right, let me get at that.
I was just trying to defend Will a little bit. I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
I understand that, but Will can't be defended on this one, and that's my bro. But he can't be defended on this.
Okay.
As far as Alida Alvarez, he tried. But as far as Kovalev fought smarter in the Alvarez second fight. Here's the thing. Here's the difference between that fight and the Canelo fight. In the later Alvarez fight, he was giving you jabs and giving you movement, but he was still dropping that right hand on you, though. He was still dropping that right hand. He was still dropping that hook. It was occasional, but he was still dropping it. Bro, and I'm talking to Will Stokes. Will Stokes, we talking to you. Kovalev didn't throw one right hand, one significant right hand all night long. Stay ready, am I lying?
He is not lying. For fucking 9 rounds.
He won all his rounds. All his rounds that Kovalev won was off the jab and movement. That's why I say if Kovalev can win rounds off a jab and movement and he don't have no footwork, Billy Joe Saunders is going to do the exact same thing, and he's a harder puzzle to solve. He's a harder puzzle to solve. And Billy Joe Saunders got some whiskers. Billy Joe Saunders got a chin.
I'm not gonna say that. Because I saw
He's going
him
to sleep in 6, baby.
I saw him get hit.
He's
by
going to
Shefat
sleep in
Asufi.
6.
I saw him get hit by Shefat Asufi, and Shefat Asufi had him doing the money dance. I won't even lie. He had him dancing all over the ring. I won't even lie. So I won't even.
Hold on.
That.
How many times have you seen him actually hurt though?
That's the only time. Only time.
Exactly. I've only, to be honest with you, I've only seen Canelo hurt.
You just asked that question, Jeff. How many times has he been hit by Canelo Alvarez? None. And we know what happens when you get hit by Canelo Alvarez. Nighty-night, get the pillow, you know what I mean? Make reservations for room for the night.
Canelo's not cracking like that, bro.
Who's Canelo knocked out cold?
Like that?
Other than Kovalev, who's Canelo knocked out cold?
Canelo's not cracking like that, bro.
He's not cracking like that.
He's not cracking like that.
Amir.
Wait.
A few dudes.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. I done had to put Blunt Bayless on mute for the first time ever. That man said Amir Khan, Blunt Bayless. Come on, man. How
you gonna get mad at me and you asked the question?
You said Amir Khan, bro.
How can y'all get upset with me for being honest about a question you asked? Now,
bro, it wasn't a question. It was your answer.
Sense, man. I'm just saying, bro. Y'all asked who has the man knocked
Can
out.
I ask you a question?
I brought a well-known name out for you guys.
Jeff, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What fight, and this is me being real, what fight did Jacob look more hurting? Did he look more hurt in the Golovkin fight, or did he look more hurt in the Canelo fight? Because if you're saying Canelo's cracking, he looked more hurt in the Golovkin fight. So he ain't cracking like that, bro. He's not cracking like that. Canelo ain't cracking like that. I don't care. And for him to knock out Kovalev cold, and Yard couldn't even knock Kovalev out cold. I know for a fact that fight was fixed. That fight was fixed. 100% fixed. 100% fixed. 100%.
Hold on. Let me get to the comments real quick. Will says, plus remember, they had to wait for that UFC card to finish. That's why they were chilling in the change room. Hold on. I got to find out if Will Stokes and Boxing First Vlog had a conversation before this live. I got to find that out real quick. Canelo fell asleep, so it wasn't just Kovalev chilling.
Not at the same time, though, because we were watching it live, bro. Canelo was on the pads when Kovalev was lying down.
Yeah. Will Stokes, he said, stay ready, hold up. I'm 6'4", 180, and you're telling me just because you're smaller than me, I'm not going to be afraid of your power. Nah, bro. You may be shorter, but I ain't walking through your shots. He said,
hold on. You got that twist. I said you can be taller, but you are smaller than me. I'm 285. You 100 pounds smaller than me. If you think your punches is going to hurt me, I'm telling you, I literally will walk through your punches. I'm shorter. I got leverage on you. I will hurt you before you hurt me.
I think I think he proved your point with his comment. He just ain't
Yeah.
understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, he did prove my point.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I was reading it. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what Stay Ready said. Swaro, big shout out to Swaro. What's going on? Canelo 10 years ago.
Swaro knew.
Swaro, I could have sworn I seen Swaro before. But if you knew, welcome, good brother. Canelo 10 years ago would have done the same way. Yeah, subscribe to me, subscribe to Stay Ready, subscribe to Boxing First Vlog. Go follow Shane on Instagram and all that good stuff. He said Canelo 10 years ago would have won the same way.
Hell no. Hell no.
He's talking about against Kovalev?
Hell no. Hell no.
Kovalev would have mopped him. He would have mopped him. 10 years ago, the old Kovalev?
The Kovalev that dropped Andre Ward?
Yeah, Kovalev would have beat Canelo. Stay ready. What you think about
this? Is where I gotta agree with y'all. Go Stay. Go ahead. Talk.
Go ahead, Stay.
Hold on. What was the question?
He said Swaro said Canelo 10 years ago would have done the same thing to Kovalev. I think he's crazy.
Hey, I'm finna say this in the nicest way possible. You smoking crack. Hey, Canelo 10 years ago would have knocked out by Caleb Smith. Like if this was a Canelo of 10 years ago right now, Canelo didn't have the upper body movement that he had. He was still a counterpuncher. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you an example. I literally went back and watched the Floyd fight last night, the Floyd Canelo fight, because I wanted to see how much difference that he has now compared to how he fought Floyd. And I'm watching that fight. Canelo was a dirty fighter. You know how many times he hit Floyd in the nuts and how many times he intentionally headbutted Floyd? Like he was a dirty fighter.
So
his upper body movement was almost non-existent. He was a counterpuncher. He was walking you down. Well, he was trying to walk Floyd down, but he was ended up getting walked down, going backwards. That's why he didn't have the power he had. He couldn't land the punches he wanted to. If he had a fighter that literally, this is why he won't fight Jamal Charlo. Like I'm finna put this just out in the front. Jamal Charlo is gonna be right there for him to hit, but is he gonna take those punches back from Charlo? Is he gonna take that? Because Charlo is gonna hit him. He's that upper body movement. Canelo is slow as fuck. He is not fast. He is slow. I can literally watch him throw punches and see where they're coming from. Like I'm not understanding how he's hitting a lot of people. When he fight Caleb Plant, he's not gonna be able to hit Caleb Plant. He's slow. He's flat-footed. The only thing he's good at is his upper body movement and his countering ability.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Everybody out of that Reynoso camp don't have foot movement. And I'll say that with chest. Anybody in that Reynoso camp don't have foot movement. They don't have good feet. They don't have it. Their feet are just too flat-footed. And they don't even train on footwork. That's why I was so disappointed with Kovalev, because he's got Buddy McGirt. He's the king of footwork. And I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed that he threw the fight.
Hold on, let me add this real quick. Yo, the person that got the best feet out of Reynoso camp is Frank Sanchez.
No, yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
Well, he got that from the amateur.
And what's ironic, hold up. Let me add this to what you just said. He's the one with the least power out of everybody. And he's a heavyweight.
Out of Frank Sanchez.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the big dude. So that's ironic.
Frank Sanchez will box your ear. Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
No, but do you get what I'm saying? The ironicness of what we talking about? Like he has people with bad footwork that can bang, but then he got a guy that got good footwork that's not known. But that's really from the amateur like that.
That ain't from Reynoso. That's from the
amateur. That's not from Reynoso neither. Which goes further to my point and your point as well. Let me get in these comments real quick. Michael Bates, he said my sister can knock out Amir Khan. Come on, man. Right. That's why I put Blunt Bayless on mute for like 5 seconds, man. He mentioned Amir Khan on his live, man.
How am I wrong for answering a question? Wow,
hold on.
Boxing people, man, y'all tripping.
Hold on. Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hey, stay ready. I said, yo, bro, I'm like, Canelo ain't cracking like that. Shane said, yo, Canelo ain't cracking like that. Blunt Bayless responds and says, yo, he knocked out Amir Khan.
To me, bro, that's just an absolute joke.
Yo,
Man, y'all asked the question, I answered.
See, I didn't want to laugh at that. Okay, that is facts. Danny Garcia at 140. Danny Garcia at 140 knocked out Amir Khan. Let me see. Do you want? Hold on. Let me say this. Have you ever watched how many times Amir Khan got knocked out and ever watched the video of him get knocked out? He literally falls the exact same way every time he got knocked out.
Yeah.
The exact same way.
Yes.
He turns to his left and he falls backwards. Like I don't know. It's comical. But
Yo,
he literally falls.
Hey, stay ready. Hold up. Hey, stay ready. Let me ask you this real quick. He might be the only person in the sport where you can do a 5-minute straight highlight video of him either getting knocked down, knocked out, or hurt. Am I accurate on that?
Wow.
100% accurate.
Wow.
He's the only guy.
We call him.
Make me do a video like that.
You can be edited for a long time, bro. That's a lot of fights.
Yeah. You're gonna be edited for a long time now. A long time. Bro.
Hold on. Let me check these comments. Derek Wiltz. Now I know Derek Wiltz is new. You seen that name before, Shane?
No, never.
All right, Derek Wiltz, big shout out to you, bro. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Go subscribe to my bro BoxingFirst Vlog. Go subscribe to my bro Stay Ready Boxing. He said Canelo couldn't stop Trout or Lara.
Exactly.
Saying that earlier, like Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant has the style to give Canelo problems. They have the boxer style to give Canelo problems.
Problem, they don't have enough offense. They just don't have enough offense.
They don't have enough offense, but the style.
Hey, matter of fact, let me tell y'all something. I think that's why Canelo don't want to fight Charlo too. Is because did y'all watch how Charlo beat up Trout? And you know Charlo came up under Lara. Like they sparred on a regular basis, so a lot of the way Charlo fights come from Lara.
Yeah, and the thing is, that catch and shoot that he did to J-Rock, he got that from Lara too.
Exactly. That was a dope one.
That's actually a Ronnie Shields move. Ronnie Shields fought both of them.
And Shields showed that to Lara. Lara wasn't doing that for a long time. That's a Shields move. When you catch the shot with your glove and you return fire. Now he did it. He blocked 2 shots with the same hand and returned fire with the same hand. I was about to say
he blocked and through with the same hand. He blocked and through with the same hand.
I think Charlo and Tank got the 2 most vicious uppercuts in boxing.
I like AJ uppercut.
Would you put AJ up there as well?
I like AJ up there as well.
Man, did you see how? Man, I didn't watch Charlo. It's something about his uppercut that's scary.
But you know what? Pound for pound, I get what you mean because AJ's got size on his.
Yeah, AJ got me. Bro, that uppercut AJ put on Klitschko is still. Every time I think of that fight, I think about how he lifted Klitschko up off his feet.
They have the top 3. They got the top 3 uppercuts in the game. You can rank them however you want to rank them. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, AJ, Jamel, and Tank.
Yeah, Tank up.
But you know what? I do got to throw Jamel in there too. So it's 4 because Jamel when he hit,
don't throw it enough.
Jamel he don't throw it enough.
Yeah, he don't throw it enough. He got a beautiful uppercut. He just don't throw it enough.
Canelo power overrated. Yeah, we were saying that.
I think it's overrated. Don't tell Blunt Bayless that. Blunt Bayless
Canelo may have the best. Canelo may have the best chin. That's the next comment. Does Canelo have the best chin in boxing?
Canelo may have the best chin in boxing. Do we agree with that?
I'm gonna say
yes. I'm gonna say yes. I think
I haven't seen him hit enough. I'm
with Shane. Who's hit? Don't give me Triple G either because Triple G ain't fought nobody either. So who's hit?
The last time I seen Canelo get hit clean was Danny Jacobs.
Yeah, but bro,
Danny Jacobs.
I was gonna say Danny Jacobs.
I'm gonna say Miguel Cotto when Miguel Cotto dropped his ass.
But I will say this though, yeah, and this what the reason why I can't give it to
Canelo,
there's
certain old ass Miguel Cotto too.
There's certain fighters that literally their career is walking through punches. Canelo doesn't walk through shots. So when a fighter's not getting hit, like me personally, if he walked through Beterbiev, then I'd be like, yeah, this guy's got a chin. But he ain't doing that, so I wouldn't say that.
Who got the best chin in boxing then?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of guys with good chins. You got some journeymen with good chins, so you can't really say that.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna tell you, y'all might not agree with me, but I gotta say this name. I got to. I think Danny Garcia has the best chin in fucking boxing. I've never seen Danny even hit the canvas.
It's up there. It's up there.
I've seen Danny hurt twice.
I got a better name.
Go ahead, Vlog.
Have you seen him hit the canvas before?
Sean Porter.
Nah.
I watched Adrian Broner drop. So I seen Adrian Broner drop.
To me, in the same.
I see Adrian Broner dropping with a slap.
Yeah, but we talking like we're like I think a lot of boxers can get stung. But hold up, bro. Let me finish my thought though. I think a lot of boxers can get stung, but to me, I think showing a good chin is that you've got hurt and continue to fight, continue to stay on your game plan, whoop-de-whoop. So I think that's also part of having a good chin. Not that you have never been dropped, but that you actually gotten dropped, but it didn't take you out of a fight sort of way. You know what I mean? Like you get one knockdown. Go ahead.
I'll put a name to you because you like your strong and tall, big fighters. Obviously, you're of that weight class. What do you think of Bradis' chin?
Bradis first? Oh, you talking about Bradis? Oh,
yeah, Bradis at cruiserweight.
Yeah,
I don't know why when you said Bradis Prescott popped in my head.
Yeah, you was thinking Bradis Prescott, right?
Yeah, because I was just at his fight when he was down here in Houston. But yeah, Bradis, right. Actually, he got a damn good chin too. Honestly.
Yeah, the only time I've seen Danny actually hurt was the first round against Keith, and I think it might have been the first
Errol fight as well. Errol hurt him.
Yeah, Errol hurt him as well. And the what other fight Danny got hurt in the Khan fight, he was hurt. But Danny has a top. If I had to say top 5, I would say Bradis, I would say Danny, Canelo. That's 3. 2 more off the dome.
Yeah, Will Stokes is actually he's banter. He's literally just throwing names in the comments. Like,
hold on, I got him. Hold on a second, I got him. Will Stokes, LOL. I can't believe you don't give Billy Joe Saunders a shot against Canelo. Don't get me wrong, my money on Canelo 100%, but to not give the man a shot is just crazy.
I said it to Billy Joe Saunders today. I said it. If you're on
hold on, Shane, hold up. Hey, stay ready. You listening, bro?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay,
Shane, please tell them the story about Billy Joe Saunders.
So I'll put a post up on Instagram saying if Billy Joe Saunders is on the nasal spray, I give him a chance. But if he's not on the nasal spray, I think Canelo wins 100%. This guy liked that comment. Like I was even. He liked the comment. He basically liked it. This guy's funny.
Yo, that's how you know he's shady as hell, yo. That's how you already know. Yo, hey, stay ready. He had an asthma pump in his pocket when he liked that joint too. He had an asthma pump right in his pocket.
No, that shit is hilarious. I need to go follow you, Shane. Do I follow you? I think I do follow you on Instagram.
You do follow me.
Yeah,
I gotta go see it.
I'm gonna send you the picture. I'm gonna send it to you.
All right.
Let me send it to you as well. That is hilarious, man. Like, he told me that, I was like crying, laughing. Will Stokes said best chins. He said Triple G, Ruiz, Parker, Canelo.
Ruiz.
Hold on, he's talking about Andy.
I like that name.
Andy.
You gotta be talking about Big Andy.
I'm gonna tell you something. I only reason I say Triple G don't is because I watched Triple G fight smaller fighters damn near his whole career. He didn't walk through Daniel Jacobs' punches like that.
Nah, yeah, and I agree. His whole career is founded on fighting smaller fighters. No,
he ran for Matt Korobov. Matt Korobov would have knocked Triple G ass out if he'd have stood in front of him.
Could you imagine him? Could you imagine him versus what's it called? When he versed Derevianchenko and Derevianchenko was pounding that drum, he was hurting him a lot.
Derevianchenko was putting in that work. He's putting in that work. That's why I give
I was
Charlo
loving every
credit
bit
for
of that fight.
That's why I give Charlo so much credit for that victory against Derevianchenko.
Facts, bro. Facts.
He
Charlo
gets
done
major
so
credit
good in
for
that
that.
fight.
He gets major credit for that.
Because to me, I thought Charlo beat Derevianchenko better than anybody. Because I thought Derevianchenko, he had a chance to beat Golovkin and a chance to beat Jacobs.
Absolutely. As far as he said Parker, he talking about Joseph Parker?
You can't be talking about Joseph
Can't
Parker.
be talking about Joseph Parker. Hey, Will, you gonna have to. What Parker are you talking about? Because if you talking about Joseph Parker, I'm gonna have to put you on mute for like 5 seconds.
I've seen Parker hurt too many times, and
Yeah.
I've seen Parker hurt too. Not even just that. He doesn't even fight like he has a good chin, so I can't give that to him.
Yo, let's get to Dirrell and Kyron Davis. Who Vlog? I'm gonna start with you and then Shane, and then stay ready. Vlog, who do you think won that fight?
First of all, let me give a shout out to Kyron. Carried the weight well. Game plan, in my estimation, off a little bit. I thought the boxer from the outside kept him out of danger early, but also didn't really give him the opportunity to take the lead in the fight. So thought the game plan was off a little bit, but all respect due to him for what they did in the fight, trying to make that game plan work and just getting the distance and everything like that. But I actually thought the big dog won it 7-5. Close fight. The last 2 rounds to me really capped the fight. And he kind of sort of was giving some rounds away, I thought. You know what I mean? Kind of just coming forward, not really attacking as he was coming forward. So he was kind of eating some counter shots and letting Kyron box around the outside. So it was an interesting fight, a little bit of a chess match. So I think Dirrell looked good, though. I don't
What
think
you think, Shane?
Wore down and
I personally, I was just a bit disappointed. I thought Dirrell wasn't motivated for that fight. That's all. That's literally what I thought. I just didn't feel like he was motivated enough for the fight, and that's why I was disappointed. Because I feel like when you look at someone that you beat and they're fighting, what's it called, money fight, and you've already beat him, you didn't get that opportunity, and then when you double back on that and you think you're fighting someone who's not got that name as much as you, and it's probably not for the same purse, it's very difficult to stay motivated. And I feel like he wasn't motivated for the fight.
Who you had winning, Shane?
I don't even think I scored it, but if I watching it, I thought Davis won a lot of rounds.
Okay. Hey, stay ready. Go ahead, big dog. Oh, he cut out. Hopefully he'll come back in, but I'll let me get the Will Stokes comments real quick, and then I'm gonna answer that question myself. He said, yeah, he's talking about Joseph Parker. Hold on, let me put him on mute for 5. I can't even put him on mute. He ain't on live. Hold on. He said, you've seen him hurt too many times, Shane. Name one outside of White.
I saw him hurt too many times in the White fight, and that was the one time he showed heart. Not even showed heart. That was the one time someone brought the fight to him, and he was hurt so many times. Every other fight, nobody really landed enough for me to say he has a good chin. And yeah, he got dropped and hurt bad in that fight a few times. So yeah, I can't really say his power's cracking like that.
Hey, stay ready. Who you
My
thought
bad.
won the Dirrell? No, you good, baby. Who did you think won the Dirrell and Kyron fight?
Not even gonna lie to you, I haven't went back and watched that card yet.
Okay,
I was gonna do that tonight when I got off work. Actually, only reason I watched that Canelo Floyd is because I was sitting there trying to figure out some shit. So I went back and watched that old fight last night. But I'm gonna watch it today. Actually,
hit me up when you watch that joint, and we'll have to have a convo about that. Let me get back in the comment section. Derek Wiltz, he says, can Josh Kelly bounce back or is he done? Now I know this is going to spark it's going to spark. Hold on, bro. I got you. Hold on. Wait a second.
Yes.
I'm gonna let Vlog go first. Shane, you can go second, and Big Dog, if you want to get in on this after
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh, definitely.
Okay,
Definitely. I
Vlog.
want to get in on this.
Okay, all right, Vlog, go first.
Me going first, I'm giving you all credit. You came up with the best matchup, and that's him against Mr. Billionaire Problems, not really a problem. I think that's the best matchup right now for a welterweight contest. For two guys, lackluster and their last
What
few
does AB
performances
get out of
with
that?
names.
What does AB get out of that? What does AB get out of that?
He gets a fighter that has a following, bro. Josh Kelly is a big name on your side of the tracks. Like,
Yeah,
you
no,
acting
I
like he
agree.
not.
I agree with that. But I'm just saying,
That's a money
you
fight with no belt on the line.
You know more about AB than me. Do you think that will motivate him? Because he's a person, to be honest, he's not really motivated by like.
Can I tell you why?
Man.
Can I tell you what?
Go ahead.
Let me answer the why.
Go ahead.
When Showtime sits down to the table with him and they show him no viewer numbers, there's no more Santiagos. And that's no cap to Giovanni Santiago. Solid fighter, did his job. Actually, that was hella disrespectful. That card was disrespectful to what he came out here to do. It's just, you just can't have that shit. So he should be able to see them judges in the alley and discuss something person to person.
Vlog, let me sprinkle this in real quick, and I'm gonna let you go again. Those numbers that Broner did was the best numbers Showtime did all year.
Well, the year just started.
Hold up. Let me say this.
Year too. Go ahead, Vlog. Go ahead.
But they can show their numbers compared to where they're at, but show numbers to where everybody else was at. The eyes. You see what I'm saying? They're not going to just come to the table with Showtime's number. They're going to say, well, we did this. We look good because you're our only name. And right now, who else do they have on their roster that they can really fill in every other Saturday night? They don't have anybody, or even once every 3 months.
Do you think Josh Kelly can bounce back, period, just in his career?
I think Josh Kelly can. And it takes a treadmill. It takes a bike. It takes just pure. The man knows how to box. Stop doing that shit. That's muscle memory. Get your conditioning right, bro. That's all it takes with a cat like that. And you young enough to get about a year worth of strong conditioning. Like, just concentrate on that camp after camp after camp. Stop working the pass, bro. You know how to work the pass. You can work the pass in your sleep. Work on that running game. Work on swimming. You know what I'm saying? Different things. Mountain climbing, hiking. You know what I mean? Elevation walking. Like, you got to do different things to get your lungs up so you can try to Philly shell and slip that. And you know what I mean? Because he was throwing heavy too early in that fight. And when it really came time to stand his ground, he was winded.
Oh, Shane, before you go, right? Yeah, I'm with you. Before you go, Shane, if I was Josh Kelly's strength and conditioning coach, I'm just going to give him an asthma pump and tell him to puff.
You are disrespectful, my nigga. God damn. Fuck, man.
Read the next.
Trying to get these niggas.
Jeff, read Will's comment and then I'll answer.
Okay. Jay Banks back in the building. What's going on? Will Stokes, Josh Kelly has to be one of the most naturally talented boxers I've seen in recent times. Just been rushed too fast. He's far from done. 12 fights in and only 26. Wait a minute. I know. Give me a second. I gotta put a disclaimer out here. Will, now you know you family. You already know this. You know you can hit me up outside of the channel. You know this already. You're like one of my boxing sons. But it's about to get ugly. After that comment. You're probably gonna get it from Chain probably right now. Big Dog probably gonna give you a little something after that. Vlog is probably gonna give you Vlog might agree with you. I don't know. Vlog probably gonna get at you too, and then I'm gonna just cap it off. But just to let you know, we still friends, we still family. after this. But
I guarantee you, I'm finna go in after Shane.
okay, so Shane, go ahead and get it started, please.
To keep it real, when you say Josh Kelly is one of the most naturally talented fighters you've seen in recent times, I have to question how many fighters you've seen in recent times, because it can't be a high volume. Because to me, naturally talented is when you could take someone off the street and they just have natural gifts. And to me, in fact, I'm gonna say this. Let me answer this question. No, I don't think Josh Kelly's done. He's young. He's still got ability. He's still got skills. And he can grow, and he's got the right promotional outfit because they will give him good fights. They will never give up on him or whatever. And he's got a good following. When you got a good following, they will always support you. I mean, look how much chances Amir Khan had. So he's not done. I would say he needs to get another trainer or add someone to his team, but I have to go to the other part of that comment. Bro, when you're saying he's the most naturally talented, natural talent means he has something. For example, Wilder is naturally talented because he has something that you can't teach. Because he's got power. We were talking about Canelo. Let's say Canelo has the best chin in boxing. Canelo having a good chin, that's natural. You can't teach having a. Can you not hear me?
No, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Canelo not having a good chin is what's it called? Canelo having a good chin, that's natural talent. I haven't seen anything that is natural talent. Nothing. Maybe quick hands. That's it. He's got quick hands. Other than that, it's all taught. It's all something that you've seen that he's done in the gym 100 times. And as Blunt said, it's muscle memory. You do it over and over and over again until it becomes embedded into your style. But that's not natural. Natural talent is something that is not taught. And everything I see in Josh Kelly is all, what's the word that Jeff used last week? It's all scripted. It's all scripted. All scripted. All taught ability. Nothing is natural, in my opinion.
Big Dog, you got it. Go ahead.
Bro, let me say this. Let's start with the natural talent. Like he said, Adrian Broner, that's natural boxing talent. He is more talented than every fighter he's ever faced and lost to. Like, if we're just going off of talent, he would have beat all those fighters. But we're not going off of talent. We're going off of boxing acumen and what he's going to do in that ring. That's number one. Two, if you think he's the most natural talented fighter, you don't watch boxing, period. Because I can go down the list on natural fighters just in his weight class alone. Just in his weight class alone. And then three, do we think he? And then let's go back to the original question. Do we think he'll come back? Is no, I don't. Nothing against him as being an underclass, underdeveloped fighter. I just believe that if he would have moved slowly and had a chance to move slow, like a lot of these other fighters has had a chance to move their career instead of push so fast, then if he'd have got done by a lower level opponent, I think he would have come back better. But now that he's got done like this, and they're gonna keep moving him that fast, they're still not gonna give him that chance to develop. So I don't think he's gonna be able to. I lost faith in Josh Kelly after the Ray Robinson fight. Because if y'all want my honest to God opinion, I think he lost that fight. But I think he was rewarded a draw. He got his ass whooped in that fight. And then he came in this next fight and he didn't even have a gas tank to fight. So that shows me that he's not as dedicated like he should be. He's not running his miles. He's not doing his jump rope. It's something that he's not doing cardiologically that's keeping him and keeping his gas tank up. So I don't think Josh Kelly is dedicated as he should be to this sport. I think he's let the fame get to him, and that's going to be a big detriment to him. And I don't think he's going to recover from that.
Vlog,
Before
you got
we
it, baby.
move on, can let your boy play Vlog Bayless one time again and defend this comment. When he says talent, I believe he's thinking from a white chocolate sort of boxing style, like, you know what I mean, talent that way, where it's a little bit of soul in what he does. It's not hella deep, but I get the Caleb Plant sort of thing. I think that's where you're coming from.
That is
Because
so
that's the only
funny.
thing I can try to defend that by saying. What?
Stop.
I'm
Joey
just trying to
Spencer is more
defend what
talented.
he's saying,
Joey
bro.
Spencer
The
is
man
more
do got
talented
talent.
than Josh Kelly. Joey Spencer is more talented. Is more naturally talented than Josh Kelly.
No.
Yes, Caleb Plant is more naturally
No.
talented than Josh
I'm
Kelly.
giving Josh Kelly a little bit more chocolate in the tank than Joey Spencer.
Boy,
If
you
you
must
talking
have watched
fighting
Joey Spencer
style
last fight.
and little pizzazz.
You must have watched Joey
Man,
Spencer last
dude,
fight.
the boy he was fighting. Yeah, the boy he was fighting, man, was like that was like a high school. That was ugly fight, bro. That brother up there was out there not looking very well in that for Joey Spencer fight. So I saw that.
Joey
You talking
Spencer
about
had.
Why? Wait, one
yeah,
second.
you talking about the boy that took the dog, Bruce Seldon's son. That was terrible.
I watched
You
Joey
talking about
Spencer
Bruce?
developing well, and he's actually moving him slowly like you're supposed to move a fighter. I've watched him in trouble and come back from it. I'm watching him develop. I didn't like Joey Spencer,
Okay.
and I kind of still don't, but I still think he
Can I
can
say
be
why?
something.
Can I say why I don't think Josh Kelly, where we have to revert back to the word naturally talented, because he literally just looks like a welterweight version of David Haye. He literally just looks like a welterweight version of David Haye. And again, they have the same trainer. So again, that comes back to his training. That's not natural. That's just how he was trained. So until I see something that's how he is as a person. So when Blunt's saying, "Oh, as a white chocolate guy to type do it," all he's doing is Adam Booth's style of training. That's how he's been taught. So that's not natural to him. That's how his trainer has taught him. So that's not natural.
Can I cap this off?
I mean,
I can't.
Go on.
Yes,
no,
sir.
get your statement in, and I'll cap it off after that.
No, I was gonna say when you get a trainer, your trainer doesn't per se fix you all the time. So I think David Haye and Josh Kelly had a trainer that looked for a certain style guy that he preferred to work with. So I thought they were similar, and the trainer just advanced them in that way. So I think it's still talent, bro. I think the way he stands, you know what I mean, the way he kind of, moves a little slick, a little bit, not real, church shoe Sunday slick, but he tried, and that's where Will Stokes is coming from.
I've never heard that in my life.
Sunday slick. Hold on. Let me hold on. Let me cap this off real quick, man. Will Stokes, a Blunt Bayless. You don't have to answer this on camera, but I need to know how much of a super chat did Will Stokes send you, because you've been defending Will Stokes for the past half hour, and I don't understand why. But getting to you, Will Stokes. Listen, off top, Josh Kelly is, and see, this is Will Stokes. This is why I'm glad you're not afraid to get in the comment section and say what you feel, because not only is this a platform for entertainment, there's a platform for debate and education as well. When you say naturally talented, I know what you're thinking. You're seeing a guy that does a bunch of this head movement, side to side, and all of that looks good. Like, it looks great. You understand what I'm saying? Here's the problem. And I've told Shane this off camera. When you see a guy doing upper body movement, there's two types of upper body movement. It's upper body movement that's scripted. You do it in the gym hundreds of times, or you have the upper body movement based off of the shots that's coming at you. If you actually watch Josh Kelly fight, and you actually watch his defense, he does the same head movement all the time, the same pattern. He does it all the time. He's literally not even watching the shots. He's just doing the shoulder roll in the moves that he does in the gym. And that's what everybody was saying before. Now, when you look at, you say again, naturally talented. Naturally talented, Josh Kelly doesn't have an inside game. Like, Josh Kelly gets on the inside, he's throwing one shot and he clinching. He's throwing one shot and he's clinching. So a lot of what you see on the outside, that fancy stuff that Josh Kelly does, he's doing that to supplement the fact that he doesn't have an inside game. He doesn't even like to be on the inside. Okay. So that's another reason why he's not naturally talented. Another reason, Josh Kelly, his transfer from offense to defense and defense to offense is horrible. It's horrible. David Avenesian, Shane and I talked off camera. We was like, yo, David Avenesian is going to have a home for that right hand all night long. It depends on how much he throws it, because Josh Kelly doesn't transition from offense to defense well. So if you sit in the pocket with Josh Kelly and you actually throw with him, you're going to land. You're going to land. In terms of physical ability, Josh Kelly has physical ability. There's a difference between physical ability and natural talent. There's a difference. Josh Kelly has some physical ability, but in terms of natural talent, he doesn't have a lot of natural talent. And his ring IQ is very, very low. And the stamina. So do I think he can come back? Yes, I think he can come back, but Shane can agree with this because I've said this plenty of times. With these UK guys, they need to come to the States at some point early in their career for like one camp. They need to work in somebody's camp, whether it's in Texas, whether it's in Philly, whether it's in Cali, New York City.
I said that to Chris Congo today. I asked him, would he ever go to Philly to train?
Yo, he would, and the thing is, he needs to come somewhere in the States to refine his skills. Because what he thinks is high level talent is just, we got guys that live in the neighborhood that don't have no name that might have more natural talent than Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly is in a controlled environment in the UK, and that's why he hasn't improved. It goes to what Vlog said, that gas tank. He's not working on that gas tank. You are too young to have that low of a gas tank. I'm sorry. You are too young to have that low of a gas tank. And he's had a low gas tank for a long period of time. And stay ready. I know you never heard me say this, but Josh Kelly, the reason why he had so much trouble with Ray Robinson, number one, Ray Robinson was training with boots in Philly. That's number one. Number two, we have nothing but guys that have the same physical talent as Josh Kelly. The same physical talent as Josh Kelly. So when he was doing one of
the biggest things that I've always spoke on about Philly fighters is they speed. Like Philly and Ohio fighters are known for their speed. Period. There's something about, I don't know what y'all got over there, but it's something about y'all fighters that speed is a motherfucker. And the power comes later. Like J-Rock. I've never known J-Rock as a power fighter. I was loving J-Rock because of his boxing acumen and his hand speed.
Right.
Y'all always had that. So that natural. There's so many guys in Philly. If y'all watch those lower level fights, y'all will see them and look at them and like, he can beat Josh Kelly. And I put money.
Yeah, I mean, his hands. Philly's known for having fighters with good hands. I don't know any Philly fighter without good hands. Yeah. Like even Bye Jennings, who's not a world level fighter, he's got good hands. Everybody in Philly has good hands. I haven't seen one fighter come out of Philly without good hands.
Shane, let me add this. The guys that I talked to in Iowa and Minnesota, like Cruz Hitman Stewart, T Woods, all those guys out of Iowa, I told them, I said, if you really want to find out about yourself as a fighter, I'm like, you need to come to Philly for like a week. Hit the gym, come to Philly, and stay ready. I know they do this in Texas as well. When two guys are sparring and a bunch of people is at the gym, everybody stands around the apron. Everybody's talking shit while they're sparring. Like, it's literally like it was doghouse for Floyd. You understand what I'm saying?
But
when I was when I watch Regis fight, it's like when I watch Regis spar, it's like that. When I watch Quentin Randall spar, it's like that. Ammo, Darwin Price. Ammo is different, but When I watch them guys spar, yeah, it's, y'all gonna sit there. I got footage of it. I can't never post it because they always tell me, you know. But I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
I got some footage that y'all would, man. After their career's over, I might post all this shit. But before then, I can't post none of this shit.
Yeah,
Hey, hey,
what I was gonna say, this is the thing. Before you get to the Joseph Parker and Junior Fall, but I was gonna say that's the problem in England. The problem is when it comes to sparring, like fighters don't, other than AJ, and I have to say, other than AJ and Dylan White, I have to give them credit. Other than AJ and Dylan White, they're the only two fighters who I know who actually spar top level fighters. Like when you're saying that Josh Kelly spars in a controlled environment, the number two and the number three welterweights in the UK has never sparred Josh Kelly before. Never. On the way up, they've never sparred each other. They've never even, and to me, everybody who Josh Kelly spars is all controlled. And all of these guys coming up, they all have this controlled environment where you see how you got a lot of guys around the apron and stuff like that, and they're sparring. You'll never see that in England. Never, ever, ever. If they're sparring behind closed doors, no cameras, no lights. I've seen it for myself. So they don't, that never happens. There'll be guys in the same gym. There'll be guys, sorry to cut you off, Jeff. There'll be guys in the exact same gym, exact same weight class, and they don't spar each other.
Bro, listen, that's why I say it is a big problem because in Philly, and I know again in Texas and out in Cali and all that, yo, your 130 pounders is in there with the 154s, the 160s. There's heavyweights that's in there with 154 pounders. Like work is work in the States. Like work is work. Like, and it's some hard sparring going on. And when you're in, you have to, and this goes to Josh Kelly. And I'm gonna wrap this up with the Josh Kelly thing. Learning, like, fighting tired is a skill. Fighting tired is a skill. You learn that in the gym. If you're never pushed in the gym and learn how to fight tired in the gym, how are you going to do it in a real fight? How you going to do it in a real fight? So everybody has kind of hit on that, Will. Actually, that was more of an education thing, but to say that Josh Kelly is one of the most naturally talented guys, we just have to make sure you understand what naturally talented is. You know what
Matter
I'm
of fact,
saying?
I give you an example of natural talent, but he messed up from not sparring. Anthony Yarde is probably one of the most naturally talented
He's
fighters I've ever
naturally
seen in my
talented.
life.
He's naturally talented.
But he took his career off because he don't want to spar.
Okay, can I say something about that? And
Go
stay
ahead.
ready.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I swear on my life. I've seen Anthony Yarde spar before, but he only spars amateurs. He doesn't spar pros. There's a guy who I know, a guy coming up. He's in the same gym as a guy called Dan Aziz. Dan Aziz is probably the number 3 or number 4 light heavyweight in the country, in England. Him and Yard they train in the same gym and they don't spar each other. Tunde said it to me personally, and Yard said it to me personally. I've interviewed both of those guys, and both of those guys said that they've never. I've seen Anthony Yard spar, but he only spars amateurs. He doesn't spar pros. I've seen Anthony Yard spar with my own 2 eyes. I swear to God, but he doesn't spar professional.
Hold on. Let me. I'm gonna read Will Stokes' next comment, but we don't have to respond to it because I think we already did, and he might have said it before we start going off. He said, "Stay ready. If he's undedicated to the sport, then how was he an Olympian and a top 50 welterweight in the world? I swear there's a word for that. Talent. Bro, you don't even have to respond. If you want to, you can, but I think we.
But before Stay Ready does go, I do agree with Anthony Yard being the most talented I've seen recently. Naturally talented.
You want me to just keep it moving, big bro?
Keep it moving. You know,
Okay.
because he didn't listen to my comment. He didn't listen to my comment at all because I said literally he's let the fame get to him, and that's why
Yeah,
he's not
the
dedicated to the
fame,
sport.
the
Like,
fame
listen to
didn't
what
get
I
to him
said.
during that time. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he wasn't
yeah, 100%.
famous during that time
He wasn't famous.
whatsoever.
Yeah, he wasn't famous during that time. Exactly. Facts. That's why I asked you, did you want to touch on it? You know,
That's why I said nope. Move on.
yeah, keep it moving. Um, he said, thanks, BFV, my bro. Chris G in the building. Chris, what's going on? He said, you think guys with less than 20 amateur fights and succeed in the pros are natural
Of
talents?
course, of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What you think about that vlog?
I mean, that's throwback style fighters. Most of your fighters from my heyday were guys that never had amateur careers and were some of your greatest talents in the sport. So yeah, that was an easy question to answer.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh, we get into Joseph Parker because I want to.
Yeah.
That's the fight I really want to get to.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He said, Chris G said, or just low amateur fights in general. Yeah, it's just a guy that comes into the game and don't have a lot of amateur experience and puts on in the pros, man. They're naturally talented. Like, they're naturally talented. James Toney is probably one of the most naturally talented guys of all time.
Bernard Hopkins as well. Bernard Hopkins came.
Thank you, B-Hop, baby. You know I was gonna say X-Man. You feel me?
David Benavidez.
Just because I'm young don't mean I don't know, bro. Just because I'm young don't mean I don't know.
David Benavidez has only 10 to 15 amateur fights. Yeah, I mean, David Benavidez is talented.
Put him there.
I mean,
you gotta put him there.
Yeah, but let's get to this last topic before we get up out of here. Joseph Parker versus Junior Fa. I'm gonna let my bro Shane go first, and I'm actually
I want to know if Blunt watched the fight. Blunt, you watched the fight?
Yes, I did.
Who did you think won?
Parker won, but I ain't gonna let you talk. I just answered your questions. I'm not gonna spill. So yeah, I thought Parker won.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. There's not much to talk about that fight. That fight was just so trash. Did you watch the fight? Stay ready.
No, I wasn't even interested in watching that fight, and I like heavyweights, but I'm not a fan of Joseph Parker. I actually expected Junior Fa to win because I just think he's a good up and coming fighter, but I wasn't. It's like I wasn't even. I wasn't tripping that Joseph Parker won because I know as of right now he's the veteran and more skilled fighter.
I mean,
I didn't even watch the fight.
I mean, I want to know, like, what's next for Joseph Parker, because at one stage Joseph Parker was supposed to be a hot commodity in the division. I mean, everybody was calling out Joseph Parker at one stage, and his career has just declined. What do you say?
He's a gatekeeper.
Oh, he's a gatekeeper. Is he a gatekeeper, Jeff?
Listen, hold on. Stay ready is listening. Vlog, do you want to get anything off before I go on my run?
I'm gonna put it for two dudes from the same area. I thought they didn't fight for that country pride. I didn't think they put on the show for their countrymen. You see what I'm saying? Like two Mexicans, like we just saw weekend ago for the junior lightweight title or whatever, and it was like, wow, you know what I mean? That was old Mexican style versus new Mexican style. It was a good show for the fans. It was, right. No matter who you wanted to win, it was a good show. This didn't do the same thing, and these guys had the eyes of the entire country. You know, what was else going on? Rugby, like, I mean, people watching that. So, like, they had the eyes of the entire country. Now that the Zan is global, that was terrible. Shoot your shot, man. I'm through.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that, Vlog. I thought I was watching the senior prime, yo. I thought I was watching the senior prime, man. It was a lot of hugging, a lot of dancing, just holding each other close. Like it was just real, just weird. Like it was just weird.
I see Vlog dancing in the background.
Yeah, I mean, it was slow jam central. And stay ready. I don't know if you heard, but I said Joseph Parker be on some lovey-dovey type shit. You know, and you just shouldn't be that way as a heavyweight. But it was a horrible fight.
I have to agree with Stay Ready. I think Joseph Parker is my least favorite heavyweight. And I don't normally dislike fighters, but he's probably my least favorite heavyweight.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a
I'm
question?
gonna lie to you. Oh.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm right. I'm actually right there with you with him being my least favorite fighter. Out of him and Bermain Stavern, I think they like neck and neck.
I think I give Stavern a run for his
Oh,
money.
but no, I take that back. You know, Dominic Brazil is I can't stand that motherfucker. That's the one. That's the one. I don't like him, bro. Like I really don't. I hate that dude.
Big dog, I gotta ask you this question, and I've asked this a couple of times on the channel.
Yeah.
Who's slower?
Who's slower? Joseph Parker or
no, you're not Joseph Parker, Joe
Joyce and Dominic Brazil. Who's slower?
Dominic Brazil. Well, that only reason because Joe Joyce he might be slow, but he got some good timing, and his boxing acumen is pretty damn good. I like his boxing acumen. He's faster and a way better boxer. Dominic Brazil, bro. If I was to fight him right now at 37 years old, I think I can get out the way of his punches and beat him up.
Hey, listen, bro.
I wouldn't bet against it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw him against Otto Wallin, he looked like a punching bag.
Hey, stay ready. If it was a betting line on that, man, I'll put some bread on you, man. We celebrate.
But to keep it honest, like, what you gonna ask me a question, Jeff? So go on.
Yes. Joseph Parker, Alan Babbage, who wins?
I think Joseph Parker wins because he'll just run. But the difference is, bro, the reason why I don't like Joseph Parker, and I don't dislike him as a person. I don't have personal feelings towards fighters. But me personally, he's not supposed to be a fighter. Like, literally, he should be something. Like, he should be a postman or something. Like, he shouldn't be a fighter because he just doesn't have it. Like, he's a fan of Tyson. Imagine being in the same weight class as someone, but your favorite fighter is Tyson Fury. That doesn't make sense. How can you love Tyson Fury, but he's supposed to be your rival? And in the same breath, like, he has so much he's got natural gifted talents. Fast hands, fast feet, good. He's got good movement, but he just has no heart and no hunger. And to me, there's a saying that most boxing people say, I give credit to anyone who walks through those ropes. I don't give him credit. Because he fights like a coward. Every fight he fights like a coward. He's my least favorite heavyweight. Favorite heavyweight to watch. He's so boring.
Can I answer the question you asked him? His style would keep him in the Babbage fight to allow him to come out with a victory. Because he fights the way y'all saying he fights, he'd be able to smother Babbage's aggressive, onslaught the way he's a smaller guy, so he got to use volume to kind of get home on these bigger dudes. And I respect him for that. I respect him for that ability. But I just think Parker, being a vet, smart enough to know how to smother, tie up, you know what I mean, to slow that fight down just enough, stay in it. And then he might be able to land something body-wise on Babbage. I think that'd be an interesting fight, though. But, I mean, it'd be a step down for him. So I think that's the wrong direction to go. And then, they kicking off the Bridger, cruiser, light, heavy, small, heavy, whatever the weight you want to call it. They supposed to be kicking that off. I just saw something with boy Reyes and some other cat I've never heard of supposed to be getting ready to fight. So I ain't getting no reply from Top Rank on whether that's some kickoff for that weight division. But Reyes back in the ring.
Alan Babbage is dope. Like, he's not a skilled fighter, but he's just entertaining.
I want to interview him, yo. Like, I want to interview him. Like, he looked like he looked like your typical bouncer at the club, yo. Like, I could see him throwing somebody right out the club, right out of VIP. He one of them type cats. But Chris G said Junior 5 versus Joseph Parker, easy 120, 108 for Parker. And then he said, joke. I actually lost interest after a couple of rounds. Chris G actually hit me and said he fell asleep.
I fell asleep myself, bro. I fell asleep.
He fell asleep.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Go ahead.
You want to know who I want to see Joseph Parker fight?
Who?
Chris Lovejoy.
That's a good fight. That's a good
I
fight.
don't
That's a
even
good
want to see
fight.
that fight. I don't want to see that fight.
That's a good
I don't
fight.
want to see that fight.
That's a good fight, bro.
It's
Yeah,
a
you
good
know, hey,
fight,
stay
but I
ready.
don't
Hold
want
on.
to.
You know who else, Big Dog? You know who else, Big
What?
Dog? You know who I think would beat Joseph Parker right now? Jared Anderson.
That'd be a
Oh
good
hell,
fight.
yeah, that's easy.
Jared
That's
Anderson to
That'd
beat
be a good
Joseph Parker
fight.
right now.
What about FA?
At,
What about FA job by Joseph Parker?
That would be a good fight as well. That would be a good fight as well. F.A. Jagba and Joseph Parker.
I think
What you
that's a
think about
test
that?
for
What you think
FA
about that,
job
Big Dog?
by.
What you think about that, Big Dog?
Stay ready. You with us?
He's on mute. He's on mute.
What did you say?
I said, we said, Joseph Parker, F.A. Jogba. Who you got?
I got Joseph Parker.
Oh,
Just because of the
seriously?
movement? Because of the movement?
I'm there 100%. FA Jogba still got some learning to do. He's not ready. They moving him way too fucking fast. He's not ready yet. And then he left running Shields. He's not with running Shields no more. He's with Coach K. And
Yo, did he
I
leave
think
Ronnie Shields because he left PBC? I
I
meant to
can't.
ask you that.
We'll talk behind the scenes.
Okay, all right.
I'm not. I literally. I can't put that in. I know the whole situation, and I'm not putting it out there.
Bro. Okay, we gonna talk off the scenes. I'm just gonna say what I heard, and you don't have to respond. What I was told is that some trainers are actually tied in with promoters.
I've heard that as well.
That's what I was told. But stay ready. We can talk. We can talk off camera about that.
That happens in England as well.
I'm going to tell you that that's correct, but at the same time, it's not, because look at it like this: Jerry Hearn fights out of Jay Prince Gym. He's trained by Coach K. He also signed the PBS. I mean, the PBC.
Right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. We can talk off camera about that. That's cool.
Yeah. So we'll talk. That's why I said we'll talk off camera.
Yeah, we'll talk off camera. We'll talk off camera.
Matter of fact, I'll give you another one. Keyshawn Davis is over there with Coach K too and fight at Jay Prince Gym, and he signed the Matchroom.
He signed a Matchroom, right?
Yeah,
right.
He's managed by Jay Prince, so it ain't got nothing to do with Keyshawn Davis.
Oh yeah.
That kid a problem. He gonna be a problem. He gonna be a problem. I just don't hope. I hope they don't move him too fast.
But that fight, his last fight wasn't on Matchroom, was it?
It was Saturday. It was Saturday.
Was it on Matchroom?
It was his first fight, wasn't it?
It was his first fight. It was his debut.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Chris G said Babbage versus Lovejoy. Yeah, but I like that fight, man. I like that fight. But yeah, man, we've been chopping it up for over 2 hours, man. We gonna close it out with that, man. Big Dog, stay ready boxing. We appreciate you stopping through, giving us that good boxing knowledge, man. Give them your YouTube channel and all that, Big Dog.
Wait, before Stay Ready go, can I ask you a question? Stay Ready. How did you find out about Jeff's channel? I always wanted to ask you that.
My homie, Hands of Stone, Jericho.
Fair enough.
That's how, because he introduced us, remember?
Yeah. You know what? I forgot about that, Shane. I knew that too. I forgot about that. Shane asked me off camera. Yeah, and it slipped my brain.
Yeah, because that's Jericho's like my brother, man. I love the dude to death.
Yeah.
And it's the boxing game, and this is how
absolutely.
Absolutely. And I met him through fighters, you know, that I deal with, because it ain't a fight. Honestly, I don't think it's a fighter in Houston that I don't deal with.
Yeah, for sure.
And some and a lot of New Orleans fighters too that I talked to, like Jeremy Hill. You know, Jeremy Hill was actually my second interview when I started my channel. And he was 4-0 when I interviewed him.
That's deep.
And I said me and him stay in touch like a regular basis.
Yeah, it's crazy because it really starts with just the region that you cover, like just like, you know, Louisiana and Houston. For me, I cover guys in Iowa, I cover guys in Minnesota before I cover guys in Philly. You know what I'm saying? And I keep up with a lot of those guys on a regular basis too. So yeah, definitely. Give them your YouTube channel, Big Dog, before you get up out of here.
Man, hit me on Stay Ready Boxing TV right here on YouTube and follow me on Instagram, man. I will be going back live next week at 5 o'clock, no matter what. I mean, not 5 o'clock, but 8 o'clock. I might go at 5. It just depends. We'll see how everything goes.
Yeah,
But your boy is back.
absolutely,
Dope,
absolutely.
dope, dope.
Big dog, we appreciate you jumping on, man. I'll hit you up after we get up off here, man, so we can chop it up. Shane, give him your Instagram and all that good stuff, good brother.
You can put it up at the bottom.
Put it up at the bottom. Hold on, stay ready, jumping back in. Hold on a second. What's up, bro? He might have popped.
He must have done it by accident.
Yeah. Give him your social media and all that, big dog. I'm gonna put it up there, but just say it.
I_am Shane, the #1 Instagram. Literally, if you follow me on Instagram, there's not much that I do on Instagram, to be honest. I'm not really a massive social media person, so just follow me to speak to me about fights, really. That's really it.
Yeah,
I'm very responsive as well.
Yeah, you can hit us up, man. Hit us up in the DMs, voice messages, whatever. Blunt Bayless, BoxingFirst Vlog. Give him your social media and all that good stuff, good brother.
Man, you know the OG working. You know what the handle is. We here, we working. I'm at BoxingFirst Vlog all over the map. TikTok, Twitter, IG. Oh, let me drop this in, man. Everybody was talking interviews. I had my one interview, Toriano Johnson. Big salute to my guy. Sorry he didn't get it done in that step-up fight, but I hope he's healing well. I just scored another interview for the channels. I'm hoping everything goes well. Maybe my guy G5 can fill out on, can finish out the process of the interview and we can still drop it on the channels. But it's the guy, Emmanuel Rodriguez, Sausalito, coming out of Puerto Rico, 8-4 right now. Hopefully we can get that scheduled and get that interview done. Let's keep the growth of the channel. Y'all can see my numbers going up, man. We're about to crack that big 5-0. Emmanuel Sausalito Rodriguez. 8-0, 4 knockouts, came off a victory this past weekend. I reached out to him on IG. He said he down for the interview. Let's talk to him. Let's show that love about boxing, man. So I'm on the map trying to get the interviews landed, trying to work. You feel me?
Dope.
And like I was saying, my numbers is going up. I need all them subscribers keep falling in, man. We trying to crack that big 1,000, baby. We about to hit 500 here real soon. So, man, show that love and hit them likes and that subscribe and notification and all that good stuff.
Yeah, let me say this before we get up out of here. BoxingFirst Vlog is going through the same process that I went through when I first started. Y'all were both there when I first started. And it's, when you're going through that process, you don't know if you're gonna hit 100 subs, let alone 5, let alone 1,000. Like, you just never know where it's gonna go. But Vlog is literally almost tripled his numbers since the end of December. So if you're listening,
good work, baby.
definitely subscribe to his channel and all of the social medias as well. And I can't make this more clear. Even if you don't see us dropping a video on YouTube, that does not mean we're not working. That means we're working just in a different capacity. So where a lot of people are dropping 6, 7, 8 videos a day, Vlog might drop 3 and just be doing a lot of activity on the social media, but it's still boxing. Same thing with me. I might drop 6, 7 videos in a day, but I might drop 1, but I'm responding to everybody on Twitter all day long. So you really have to follow us on all levels. And we're really the only ones in the game where literal subscribers and anybody that's talking boxing can literally hit us up. Matter of fact, Chris G was a subscriber for a while, and he sent me a message on IG, and I literally just called him. He could just I just hit him up, and we was talking for probably about an hour. But that's just what we do over here. And we're gonna go live again, this week, hopefully tomorrow. and we gonna keep this thing up and going. But we've been kicking it for about 2 hours and 20 minutes. But big shout out, just quick roll call before we get up out of here. Big shout out to Will Stokes. Hold on, he said, big up, bros, and thanks for all the debate. He said, by the way, Shane, you gotta show me that Billy Joe Saunders comment that was priceless. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
I'll send it to you. But big shout out to Will Stokes, big shout out to Chris G. Big shout out to Jay Banks, Derek Wiltz. Who else we got? Michael Bates, Swaro, Mang 213, Gator 57. Who else we had in here?
Stay ready.
Stay ready. Edgar Belanga's little brother. Blaze Philly 215. YSM Sports Media.
Jose Vasquez,
Jay Banks. And that's it. But this was a great show, fellas. VP, appreciate you jumping on. Boxing First Vlog.
Mini Max, salute.
Oh, Mini Max. Listen, hold up. Mini Max, go subscribe to Mini Max Boxing. He got great content. He got great content.
Why has he never jumped on the channel?
Hey, Mini Max can jump on whenever he want. And the thing with Mini Max actually put up the Joseph Parker fight. He put up the link on the Twitter. So we definitely appreciate that. Mini Max knows his boxing. He got some good interviews as well. Mini Max, we'll talk. We can line something up. You can definitely come on here. We could do joint videos, whatever you want to do, man. But he tough. He's definitely tough, man. So big shout out to Mini Max Boxing, for sure. But on behalf of hold on, he said, thanks guys, I truly appreciate that. Yeah, he a real one though. He a real one. So definitely go check out Mini Max Boxing. But on behalf of VP Shane, Boxing First Vlog, aka Blunt Bayless, and your boy G5 Jeff TV, we are out.